games like this, we woke up. You ready? Let's go, baby. Mob on 3. 1, 2, 3.
The Bills have won each of the last 7 meetings with the Dolphins.
The Dolphins feel extremely confident after that huge fourth-quarter comeback in Baltimore last week.
The visiting team is cooking in the direct sunlight.
And away we go from South Florida.
Third down.
Hard Rock Stadium, everybody go get your grills, man. Time to cook. DOLPHIN. 60 minutes in the game, we be playing to the end, and we COOK cooking buffalo, chefing at the Hard Rock, and we putting on a show. DOLPHIN. 60 minutes in the game, we be playing to the end, and we COOK cooking buffalo, chefing at the Hard Rock, and we putting on a show. Let's go. Cooking buffalo. Let's go. Cooking buffalo. Let's go. Cooking buffalo. Let's go. Cooking buffalo. Fresh up off the wind, we was down but made it back. Purple smoke up in the air, that's that Raven pack. We was mad, disappointed in the first half. Came back and cleaned them up, that's the bird bath. Moving on now, team feeling strong now. To a time the anthem, we're about to learn the song now. We got cheetah, defense beater. Slow them down, they got a chance. 17 through the scene, hit them with that water dance. Anyway, defense straight, got our stockpiling. We gon' dig a big hole for him and Josh Allen. We'll celebrate this week, but Sunday we are not smiling. Get your grills and make them hot. Flame them like that yellow light. DOLPHIN. 60 minutes in the game, we be playing to the end, and we COOK cooking buffalo, chefing at the Hard Rock, and we putting on a show. DOLPHIN. 60 minutes in the game, we be playing to the end, and we COOK cooking buffalo, chefing at the Hard Rock, and we putting on a show. Let's go. Cooking buffalo. Let's go. Cooking buffalo. Let's go. Cooking buffalo. Let's go. Cooking buffalo.
Hey, man, McDaniels, he's gonna need a wheelbarrow, man, for his nuts to carry around, man. He got a lot of cocoa on this, you know what I'm saying?
New season, let's go. Y'all ready? Yeah. MCJB. Last year we was one and done, it's a new year, gonna be fun. To a time, he be on the grind like the Florida sun, you know we gonna shine. Straight on water, go to catch the ball, then he break an ankle, make a plays fall. A-chain like the A-train, gonna run you over like a bang bang. Fins up, you know they put it on the show. 3-0 fighting on Miami, the home. Other teams, they be talking that talk all day, we the fit of the rock. New year, we running it back. Super Bowl year, we bringing it back. Dolphin Nation, it's a new team, we got Fangio with the new scheme. Legion of Zoom in the 305. This year, we gonna be 5. Speaking the truth, I ain't telling no lie. Fins up till the day that I die. Every day I bleed aqua and orange, heating up like I'm feeling the lava. JB and I'm repping the Fins all day, cause we gonna win. Young Bucks got something to tell you. 7-2 was on top of the game. Sad Thomas, number 54, from the 305 to the Hall of Fame. New season, it's a new year. Mike McDaniel gonna win it all. Cheetah man with the water, they so fast, it's time to ball.
And this is just the starter, you haven't met the fall. Unless you played the Dolphins, that means you lost it all. That means your time is off, that means you're falling off. That means you've met the winner, I call them to or fro. Some of y'all win it, and some of y'all buzzing. But really this year, none of that means nothing. Ramsey with the pick, and Howard mean mugging. On the pick 6, we got 7, you got nothing. On the bigger scale, we're the only undefeated team. We make records, y'all chasing dreams. You chasing us, there is no other team. I'm talking 72, there is no 73. I'm flowing with JB, I won't forget MC. That means the mic controller, they ain't controlling me. 2023, Fins gonna win it all. Like a running back, they're running back for y'all.
Last year we was one and done, it's a new year, gonna be fun. To a time, he be on the grind like the Florida sun, you know we gonna shine. Straight on water, gonna catch the ball, then he breaking ankles, make a plays fall. A-chain like the A-train, gonna run you over like a bang bang. Years ago we was down bad, but this year we picking it up. Love my Fins and I love my team, right to that, it's Fins up. Last year we was one and done, but this year it's Super Bowl. Gonna make it and we gonna win it, cause that's the plan and that's the goal. Fins up till my life finish, said it proud cause I really meant it. Other teams ain't got the speed, but it's all good, we got the schemes. This year we going far, aqua orange painted on my car. Other teams better watch watch out, cause the Miami Dolphins gonna ball out. Yo! Miami, Florida, Dade County, 305. Yeah. On the Gulf side of Florida, they said they want a ring. But down in South Beach, yeah, we about to make a sting. 305 Miami, we about to have a blast. Got a guy from Batman, he's so stupid fast. On the Gulf side of Florida, they said they want a ring. But down in South Beach, yeah, we about to make a sting. 305 Miami, we about to have a blast. Got a guy from Batman, he's so stupid fast. Jalen Waddle with the catch, to a throw it, go fast. Big Mike with the round, O-line looking stout. Miles G with the run, South Beach having fun. Other team gonna lose, don't care who boos. 305 is the place to be. If you don't believe me, just wait and see. Don't care what people really gotta say. Ride till our dolphins up every day. We winning the game, we going to a party. Spitting on the beat like Playboy Cardi. Gonna take a pic with Waddle. Now to celebrate with a bottle. Dolphins about to win the dang ring. Ground and shine, bling bling. Don't give a what, look if you buck. Your team is so trash and they really just suck. His squad. Miami Dolphins, my squad. Aqua and orange on me every day. Shawty really about to be my bae. I'm always repping the 305. If you hate to leave, you can say goodbye. At the end of the day, Miami with the dub. After the game, I'll see you in the club. On the Gulf side of Florida, they said they want a ring. But down in South Beach, yeah, we about to make a sting. 305 Miami, we about to have a blast. Got a guy from Batman, he's so stupid fast. On the Gulf side of Florida, they said they want a ring. But down in South Beach, yeah, we about to make a sting. 305 Miami, we about to have a blast. Got a guy from Batman, he's so stupid fast.
Hit squad representative. Big beast, we eat squads up for dinner. Legendary team, better watch how you approach it. If you can't swim, get tossed in the ocean. Get lost in the ocean. Bad attitude, we be causing commotion. They ain't kind of boy, one claim South Beach. When the South Florida sports so low, the mouthpiece. MIAMIDWA, that's the way I vibe. Throw fins up, that's the way we ride. All around the globe, dolphins worldwide. When I click with JB, then you know we made heat. Lead teams in the dark like it's new EP. Fans out of this world, we the new EP. Defense, don't imagine making QB sleep. When we hit the field, then we get into the grind. Hit that touchdown song, then we get into the shine. Working every day so we can get back to the prime. If you check your clock, you can see it's 2 a time. Even if it ain't ticking, then the fans still there. Screaming out loud with our hands in the air. You either got a full cup or a can in the air. Win the Super Bowl, that's the plan this year. Yeah!
Gulf side of Florida, they said they want a ring. But down in South Beach, yeah, we about to make a sting. 305 Miami, we about to have a blast. Got a guy from Batman, he's so stupid fast. On the Gulf side of Florida, they said they want a ring. But down in South Beach, yeah, we about to make a sting. 305 Miami, we about to have a blast. Got a guy from Batman, he's so stupid fast. MCJB.
City riding, a little early, it's a bit surprising. Business moves, now we enterprising. Switch it up, now we improvising. Go to get in the winter column. Whole squad been trained to go. Fins for life, we throw the foe. Singing this just to welcome bro. Two at a time. Time to grind, time to shine. Two a time. Two a time. Two a time. Time to grind, time to shine. Two a time. Two a time. My intuition told me this. To trust the coach, he holds a gift. He knowin' when to go with fits. So we knowin' when to switch. This year we got the golden pick. Time to see what that pick bout. Bad vibes get sent out. Only fans up in this house. We been waiting, yeah, we been patient. Now it's time to cash out, no discount. Super Bowl, yeah, we en route. I don't know when, but it's close. I don't wanna overhype, but I just know I like it. So excited, league gon' notice now. You should notarize it. They say tour from that rock. Shout out to Samoa and now it's time to lay the smack down. You think he Dwayne Johnson? Time to be the people's champ. Hit him with the people's elbows. Stick together like it's Velcro. You think you could stop us? Hell no, all day I dream about sports. I think I need some chateau custom with some Dolphins colors. Just to let them know we here. Yeah. I know the whole city riding. A little early, it's a bit surprising. surprising. Business moves, now we enterprising. Switch it up, now we improvising. Go to get in the winter collar. Whole squad been trained to go. Vince for life, we throw the foe. Singing this just to welcome bro. To a time, to a time. Time to grind, time to shine. To a time, to a time. To a time, to a time. To a time, to a time. Time to grind, time to shine. To a time, to a time. To a time, to a time.
To a time, to a time. Really hope he the man. Hope we found us a gem. Like the Heat found Bam. Wanna take time to thank Fitz, cause he put on a show. But the young man up, in the whole city know. Time to catch all the blessings. Cash out on the vet.
Falling down on the sidelines.
Help is on the way.
Telling the fans, help is on the way.
808 cuts down.
MCJB.
Hey, Khalid, slap that boot.
DJ Flair, make the money flare.
Going crazy about the fiends, so we really about to win. Jalen Waddle too fast, he Mozart with the dash. Clocking in, it's tour time, I was running through the line. 305 all day, ready now, we gonna play. Spitting on the beat, you better watch out for the fins. We going to the Super Bowl and really gonna win. 305 Miami Dolphins here to stay. Best be ready, cause we not just here to play. Cheater with the catch, do it, throw it, go fish. Big Mike with the route, old line looking stout. Uncle Orange all day, 305 every day. Fins up, have a blast, defense, make them crash. Two with the ball, wide receiver gonna catch it. Jalen with the touchdown, Waddle with it. Baker with the hit stick, like he had a mind. Byron X, you know they both clamp yards. Bends up. Bends up.
Ladies and gentlemen, give me a thumbs up if you can hear me loud and clear, man. Shout out to everybody I got in the back right now. I'm going to bring you up immediately right now. I just want to give a proper introduction to everybody. Much love and respect to everybody. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me again. Batman's at work, so we're cooking throughout the day today, ladies and gentlemen. We got some news, unfortunately, that happened and transpired over the weekend. But give me a thumbs up in the comment section. All right, appreciate it, man. So appreciate everybody in the back again. I'm going to bring you up. Give me about 1 minute. I'm going to bring everybody up, and we're going to get into this conversation because it is a topic. So unfortunately, Tuesday morning, going into the afternoon, I was made aware that a Dolphins player was arrested over the weekend. Wasn't given the specifics of who the player was. I basically said the news on Twitter around 1 o'clock, and unfortunately, fortunately nobody got arrested. But we did hear some news about Tyreek Hill getting into some trouble at Haulover Marina down here in Miami Beach. So obviously there's a big back and forth. A lot of you know the news already. An altercation happened. At the moment, the gentleman that basically was accusing or alleging that he got slapped by Tyreek, basically at the moment wasn't pressing charges. Unfortunately, late into last night, going into this morning, the gentleman has officially filed charges for it. So we're going to see what transpires going into this. It could be going into a misdemeanor or how it goes, how it plays out to be. Maybe they have a settlement. Who knows what happens? But they are pressing charges, unfortunately, against Tyreek Hill for slapping the gentleman in the back of the neck. It's unfortunate. We're going to see if there's going to be any suspensions. In my opinion, I don't think we will see that. We're probably going to see some heavy fines coming on Tyreek Hill. Somebody made a great point. You are the highest paid wide receiver in the NFL. You shouldn't be doing acts of, getting into trouble outside of the football field. And that's definitely not something you want to do representing the Miami Dolphins. This is a team that for whatever reason, every year, it seems like we're in the spotlight for off the field issues. And we're hoping that this is not something that transpires into something really bad going into the season. We don't know, again, if there's going to be any suspensions mid-season next year or this coming season. We don't know, but I do expect some heavy fines coming to Tyreek's way, unfortunately. That being said, I did drop the link. Ladies and gentlemen, you want to come up, shout out to the sponsors, Tailgating 305. As y'all know, Christian best chains in the game. Look no further as far as if you want custom work from Tailgating 305. Ladies and gentlemen, he does the best custom work. It doesn't necessarily need to be just Miami Dolphins related. It could be anything. It could be Miami Heat, Los Angeles Lakers, New York Mets. You name it, he could do it, and he could do custom works for your business, for your man cave, women cave, anything, ladies and gentlemen. This is the place to look for, Tailgating 305. The email is in the description, in the comment section of the channel and on the episode. That being said, again, Versasur, best beer we got down here in South Florida, down in the damn, it's hot, ladies and gentlemen. I apologize. Down in the Wynwood area, great beers, great fun, good action as far as being able to get some good food, good music, family environment. You could bring pets if you want. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a great spot to have a beer if you come down here to South Florida. And again, Shirts, if you're in the state of Florida, ladies and gentlemen, look no further. They saved me $94 on my car insurance. Make sure you hit up Newbie. Let them know Batman for 2423 for the Phinsaholics sent you. Again, 954-903-5566. No commitment necessary. Just call them. You want to save some money on your car insurance. You're in the state of Florida. Let them know. Auto, trucks, boats, motorcycles, home, flood, commercial, life, health, truck, and business. Look no further. Again, we're on goal to get to 800, ladies and gentlemen. We're about 20 subs away for that Ricky Williams jersey. Again, we only have one entry as of this point. I gotta write it down. And again, anybody expecting stuff, I will be getting stuff out to you hopefully by Tuesday. I know I've been backed up. I've been dealing with some family stuff, but I'm very fortunate to have y'all come and support the Phinsaholics and myself, Batman. I distanced myself a little bit for a little while, dealing with some stuff. But hey, much love to everybody. I appreciate everybody, and you'll see me as many times as I can. I'm gonna make it out here and be able to, show face and be able to come out and do a show. I know I'm at work right now, so it's hard to show face. But without further ado, again, I dropped the link. Let me bring in Cat. Can you guys hear me?
Mic check. 1 2 1 2.
Mic check, loud and clear. We hear you guys loud and clear. Loud and clear. How's everybody doing?
Gentlemen.
It's a hot one today. Real hot one today.
It's a very hot one, bro. Especially now in the news media right now, in the local media. It's on fuego right now, bro. The plot thickens, boys.
It's the worst time for an incident like this to happen because we're in the doldrums of summer. Nothing else going on.
I agree. I agree. It's unfortunate. I mean, it's unfortunate. Again, a star player on our team. You can argue the best player, or well, you could argue face of the franchise. Dealing with this. Very
Is this
unfortunate.
really a non-issue moving forward, guys? Like, is this some type of concern being put into our mindset right now? Like, maybe there might be a problem week 1, or are we just like, whatever? Like, we won't be made an example of once again.
I don't think we're gonna be made an example. I don't think we're gonna get punishment as far as suspension. If we do, and it's not gonna be severe. But I do expect some heavy fines going Tyreek's way. That's for sure. I do expect that. What's going on, Dade County?
What's going on, Pimp?
Yeah, we're just talking about, obviously, I don't know if you guys talked about it today on Twitter earlier because I got there late, but yeah, the guy pressed charges now. So that's the topic that everybody wants to talk about, what the repercussions are going to be maybe going forward. Again, we got to see what the Dolphins do, the NFL. These are all things that we got to look at. I don't think it's a big deal.
Girl, Tyreek going to pay that man and it's going to be over with. Ain't nothing to worry about.
I agree.
Yeah, the guy is just doing what he has to do, man. Any multi-million-dollar person, violates you, lawyer up.
He would be dumb. It would be dumb if he didn't.
Exactly. This is golden ticket.
Let's welcome.
Could you imagine going home and telling your wife, "Hey, Tyreek Hill slapped me in the back of the head today, and then I ain't do nothing about it"?
Now let me ask you this.
No, she should slap you if you did do something about it because your case is out the window.
That's what I'm saying.
You guys know how they are with this video stuff, man. Like, we're gonna say it's a non-issue, but once like the last week of training camp comes to week 1, all of a sudden a magic video is gonna pop up and screw us.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point, Cap. That definitely throws steroids in the whole situation, man.
Yeah, Master at work was talking about that the other day on the round table, and he pretty much is on top of all this stuff, man. And we're always in the spotlight. That's what I don't like.
So this is the thing. This is my opinion. Yeah, you're right. There is a video. But, I mean, if you want to go back to with the police, the conclusion.
If it would have been that bad, they would have did something about it already.
Exactly. Police conclusion came out and said nothing was going to go forward off of this. But after that was said is when the gentleman said, hey, I am pressing charges. So video evidence doesn't show anything sufficient enough for an arrest.
For him to go to jail, then that means the dude's just going to try to get paid now. That's all.
Exactly. That's all it means. The settlement
could be coming. This will be a civil case.
Yes.
But Tyreek manager already on the phone. How much it's going to cost us, big bro? That's all.
It just puts a stain, though, on Tyreek Hill. And, even on our team, you know what I'm saying? And listen, my reason for joining today is to frame a question like this. I mean, now that we're facing the possibility of losing Tyreek Hill, what does that do to the evaluation of our team being the most talented roster? Is it still the most talented roster ever without Tyreek Hill on it?
Well, I mean, you guys are saying it's no big deal, so I would think it's business as usual.
Yeah, I think we're loaded up. We're loaded up in the receiver room, where even if Tyreek were to miss a game, I think it could.
You're fine.
We could work with that. We could work with it.
Definitely, but it should sober us up to some of the premature projections we've been making about this team being predestined to greatness. Anything can happen before now and beginning of the season, and so some of the talk just gets out of hand, man, with the projections.
But Kahari, it's a good example of breaking the emergency glass in case if something does happen to Tyreek. What is Plan B if something does happen to Tyreek?
So great point by Marino's GOAT, though. It says both criminal and court cases will take 9 months.
That's why you got all the wide receivers you got.
Exactly. We're deep as hell at wide receiver.
It will take 9 months minimal, and that's being nice. So you might not even see anything this season. You might not.
Bro, they always make it linger.
Yeah.
But Cap's earlier point, I think, is a strong one. It's the court of public opinion once that video hits the mainstream. And then there comes the pressure from the NFL to take immediate action. Once that video comes out, then we're going to have to deal with how the Dolphins react as an organization and how the NFL is forced to act.
There's not going to be a reaction like y'all talking about, bro. We're talking about a slap in the back of the head. How serious could it be? It can't be that serious. So that video gonna come out. It's gonna make it look like Tyreek just stupid for putting his hands on dude. But at the same time, he ain't do no damage. We ain't talking about no damage, bro.
I agree.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. It just doesn't. It's not a good look.
This is some petty dumb shit. That's all it is.
Perception. I agree.
Yeah, but the problem is, DC, it's always petty, dumb stuff with this team at the wrong time.
Bro.
Yeah, that's so
Regardless
Dolphins.
of anything, this man, let's say max 3 games, max 4 games. Bro, do you see our wide receiver core, bro? We're good. We straight, bro. Like, why are we panicking? And it's the beginning of the season. You got all season to make up for it.
Ain't no panic over here, man. I'm just saying this is what goes
I don't think nobody's panicking. We're just saying
I never
it
project until it's actually happening on the field. And again, that's my larger point here, is that there was too much premature projection of greatness on this team when anything could happen. Tua could trip over and bang his head during off-season workouts. You know what I'm saying? Anything can happen. You know, and until we start to see them wins piling up, them W's piling up, I cannot project greatness onto this team until it actually manifests. And that's the bigger point that I'm bringing up. This incident, I agree, is nothing.
I can respect that.
No, I'm sorry. I'm not going to overlook all this damn talent. Nope, not at all.
But it is a projection.
Andrevius, so talk to us. How do you feel about this? If you're backstage,
Dre gonna tell you. Dre just gonna tell you straight up that we just pay the dude and then we over with it. It's done. It's over with. Pay him.
My bad. Realistically, this guy works at a marina dock. I don't know how much they make. I'm gonna project that it's not a shitload of money. Get this man 50 grand and let him move on with his life.
Yeah, it's a relatively minor incident. It really is, or at least it should be.
It should be. Hopefully, you never know with the NFL. They might find a way to drag it out. Especially, I feel like this time of year, even though it probably isn't serious, they will drag the story out just so they'll have a story.
Exactly. They got to sell ads, man. Yeah, absolutely.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we have no damage done, but like, let's think about it. Like, credibility damage. Like, at the end of the day, with this team, we don't need that type of stuff, man. Like, that's more damage control we got to fix.
I'm gonna be honest, Cap. If I don't care about credibility damage, if it doesn't affect wins and losses,
it feeds the machine at the worst
unfortunately, lawyers can bend that. You know what I mean? That's the problem we got here.
It feeds the media machine when they're desperate for stories. Give something to chew on for a week or two. And yeah, they will extend it as long as they can, to get viewers, to get listeners. So, Yeah,
last week was Diggs, and now we did Buffalo a favor and took the news away from Buffalo.
Exactly.
Aquavision in the comments got a good point. Jack Jones' story is a bigger story. We'll move on from this and go back to Jack Jones.
What's going on with Jack Jones? Let everybody know.
That's the motherfucker who brought the guns on the damn plane, tried to bring guns on a plane, possibly could be facing up to 20 years, they say, if they actually press criminal charges.
Bro, Master at work said that man robbed the Panda Express, bro.
Panda Express. Oh, everybody, let's welcome Pamela and Fred, everybody. What's going on, everybody?
Yeah, how you doing, Pamela? Mr. Fred, what's up?
What's going on, guys?
Okay. Hello. I guess Fred ran away.
Oh, hey, sorry. Hey, guys. I was on mute. Just talking away. I wanted to make a comment on the court of public opinion. We know, just like you guys were just saying, that the media is going to draw this out because they're tabloids is what they are. They're nothing but a tabloid. And so that's how they sell papers or sell their news or whatever. But if that happens, if there's like a backlash on Tyreek, then we as Dolphin Nation need to get out there and lash back, because clearly this is a small thing. And we don't know all the facts as far as like what the guy did. He probably had it coming, if I
My
had to
fault,
guess.
Batman.
Hey, Fred.
Thanks, man. Thanks for having me on the show, man.
Anytime, Fred.
Yeah.
I
Hey,
hear you,
Fred.
Pablo. But there are some other factors playing in here. Tyreek Hill does have a history of violence, and
Exactly,
that's an angle that can be
KP.
played up. That's an angle that can be played up. I mean, as Dolphin fans, we do want to circle the wagons around our players, but at the same time, the organization has to be careful not to project like this entitlement to athletes and wealthy people attitude. That may not have immediate effect, but that tends to be something that can be drawn upon later on against the team, against the
Yeah, and
organization.
I don't discount what you're saying at all, but there is not one person sitting here that believes that if this was two Joe Blows that you don't know,
We
that there
wouldn't hear
would
about
not
it at
be a
all.
lawsuit, there would be
Yep.
nothing about it because there wouldn't be deep pockets. So it's not fair, in
100.
my estimation. Just
Yeah.
because somebody has money means you need to go and get it. Like there's no,
You're 100%
standard.
And,
right
like,
there.
and again, I want to reiterate what Marino's Go said earlier, and then he's saying now the new NFLPA, you can't give any punishment until the cases are fully resolved. So that being said, if it could take up to 9 months from now, you're talking of what, February, March of next year. The season's going to be over. Dolphins are going to be hosting a Super Bowl trophy, and at that point, we will be talking about this in the start of the 2024 season.
Right.
So,
Great point, Marina's Go.
I like to think, man, like like you can get a guy a couple of dollars, man, and this thing blows over, man. But this guy he could still press charges. You know what I'm saying, man? And then he's the guy that got.
He
the guy
is
that-
pressing charges. It's not
he
even.
pressed,
only
he
if
pressed
the
charges this
state-
morning. He pressed
Well,
charges
then
this
that's a-
morning, Fred.
Okay,
But only if the state will actually go forward. You
That's
don't
another
know.
matter then, man.
Mhm.
They're going to have to go through it, man. If he's pressing charges, police department has to do what they have to do. You know what I'm saying? This is an assault case. You know what I
No,
mean?
a lot of times this stuff goes away. The state will refuse to prosecute. They may press charges in the beginning. That's how that works. They take a look at it. Sometimes they wait to press charges. Sometimes they do it right in the beginning. But there's, a lot to come before the state actually says, yeah, we're going to go to court with this. And if the police didn't arrest him, it couldn't have been anything too bad because otherwise that would have been an arrestable offense.
Right. It exposes a lack of judgment on Tyreek Hill's part, right? And again, this is, minor. This is a minor incident. The thing is, if the longer this stretched out though, it encourages the team to take some sort of, action. Before the NFL even gets involved and would, because let's say the case is resolved, the NFL decides to take some action. The Finns might argue that, let's get ahead of this and take our own action and make him sit out the first game, make him sit out the second game. So that way, if the NFL does come back,
Can we compare this to
Don't do
any
that.
incident in the
You know why
past?
you don't do that? Because you can sit him out and do your own thing, right? And then the NFL come back and still hand down their own suspension. So now you suspend him for no reason. No, I'm not doing nothing. I'm not giving the NFL nothing. All they're gonna do is whatever you gonna do, bro. You gonna do whatever. But we'll deal with that when we come to it. I'm not giving you nothing, though. Hell no.
I agree with that.
Two games, KP. That's what you would be looking at. I'd be looking at something like 6 games, man.
From what Marino's
not for just a snap.
From what Marino said, is telling you nothing's gonna happen until the court system deals with it, and that's gonna be past the season.
Right,
and y'all know you live in the same world, right? We all live in the same world, and we see how crazy people are. Except
in Miami, there are at least 30 people getting slapped every night.
Y'all trying to convince me he gonna get 6 games? Is that what I just heard?
Except Pete. Except Pete
Nah,
is in
man.
his own world.
I mean, we can't compare this to any other incident. There's no other player that's ever gone through this before.
I tell you that I think this is a load of crap.
I'm gonna tell y'all what I know for a 100% fact. My bad,
And how
Pam.
many
I cut you
times?
off.
How many times have y'all wanted to smack the crap out of somebody? Maybe it's bad judgment, but maybe the guy was just a complete ass and had it coming. Sometimes people have it coming.
Hey, okay, Pam, but
That's
wait,
true,
maybe the
but
guy
as a
was
public
maybe
There
the guy
also
was
walk
has
away.
there's
maybe the guy
there
was
has
just
been on reports. If you listen to the read those reports, they say that the boating guys got very aggressive trying to get them off that boat, bro. You touch me, I'm slapping the shit out you. So y'all don't
Yep,
even know that this man is in the wrong yet.
that's
Like, bro, I'm
right.
sorry, bro. Like,
hey man,
I'm not blaming this man, bro. Because I've
I
been
don't
out to
think I
that. I've
don't
been out to haul over. I know exactly how they are. You get on the wrong boat, them dudes will come touch you and be trying to push you off the boat. Like, dog, relax. I'm leaving. All right, I got on the wrong boat. Them people do get aggressive out there. So that's why I'm telling you, I'm not worried about this, bro.
We don't know the details. Like
yeah.
they said. Like, let's say he could be out there with his family, enjoying the Father's Day weekend, and they aggressively trying to push them out or talk to them to get them off this boat. And the kid, maybe the kids were, we don't know, maybe kids were involved,
Right.
and he's now now he becomes a father. Now he's not Tyreek Hill, he's a father now.
Well,
And
that's
and
exactly that, man. That's exactly what it sounds like. Like he was defending the honor of the reports are there were two women that were
Yeah.
sitting down on the boat, right? So it could be any of those things. But I think you're right to bring that kind of context to what might have
Well,
happened.
and if you think about that, if you think about if those guys have a reputation of being rough with people and they see somebody like Tyreek Hill coming, they're like, yeah, watch this. They're
it's a money
gonna
Yep.
grab. That's a money grab.
You know,
Look,
right.
all we know is that Tyreek punked out that dude.
Alex,
Like,
come
look,
on,
man,
Alex.
He
sucking
I
just
his
just
gave him a
think I just
smack on the
think
back of the head.
I just think
That
the
was
guy
no
was
big
just
deal.
the guy was just
bro.
doing his job. I just think the guy was just doing his job. Maybe he was
Bro,
aggressive
the
at how
man
he
got
was
hit in the
saying
back of
it.
the head. Don't act like that's
I mean,
I
I
ridiculous.
know,
mean, I agree that
I
the dude
understand
was
that.
probably just doing his job, but
Right, man.
he ain't got to be
But
aggressive to
yeah,
do his
I
job.
mean,
you
Yeah, that's
still
you know
gotta
what I'm
right.
watch
saying?
how you talk to people, bro. You never know
Yeah,
who you
like
dealing with.
when
Yeah, I know it.
it's not even about who you dealing with. When you at work, you don't want to antagonize people to get a reaction out of them.
But if
Right.
it's
That's so true.
Tyreek Hill and you want your name in the papers and watch what I do to him and you got some little, like a bouncer attitude going on, come on. Y'all know they'd be sitting there watching, see what I do
Yes.
to this guy.
Ego.
Now, what if he's a
Ego's
what
involved.
if the guy
Ego
was
gets
a
Yeah,
Bills
involved.
fan? What if he was a Bills fan?
Well, then we
And
know what the problem is.
he's a
There was
Bills fan.
plenty of
Premeditated.
stupid and he needed smacked in the back of the head.
Oh, if he was a Bills fan, drop all the charges.
If he was a
Let it
Bills
go.
fan,
Don't
he
pay
would
him nothing.
If he had a Jets hat on, yeah, you know.
Yeah, take him out.
Listen, hey, listen. I'm not trying to bring this up, but at least we can have some comedy for the minute, right?
Yeah.
But the
Yeah.
latest one that True Talk said yesterday was that this was all a plot from Cedric Wilson because he wanted more playing time.
Oh man, that's funny. Now
Yo,
that's
Batman,
funny.
where did he say that at?
He
Batman,
said
where
it
did he
yes.
say that at? Because I didn't hear him
You left
on the
the
space.
space. Yeah, this was like around 5:00.
Oh yeah, y'all let him back up there after I left. Yeah, smart man.
That's funny. That is funny.
This is all a plot. Cedric Wilson wants more playing time, so he doesn't want to get traded.
It's a
Oh, so yeah,
conspiracy.
Cedric. Wait. So True Talk is saying that he went out there, paid them people to antagonize Tyreek for
That was a
Tyreek
good
to
one.
take the bait and then do. Is
It's
that what?
just a
That's what
joke.
you're saying? He said.
Yes,
He's
but
saying
it's just a joke.
he's the one
Oh
that
no,
informed
True
the
Talk don't be
authorities.
joking, Miss Pam.
He said
Oh,
that Cedric Wilson informed the authorities of what's the situation that happened.
Cedric Wilson called the
oh
police.
Cedric Wilson called
my
the police.
Lord.
That's what he said. That's what he said. Not my
Cedric
words.
And
Wilson
y'all
on his
see, and
spot
y'all
back.
see why I gatekeep when it comes to him. Do you see why I gatekeep now?
So you're saying he wasn't joking when he said that? You're trying to say that was
Oh no,
oh
he doesn't joke. He doesn't joke. He says everything he
No,
says is
that's
factual.
bro. I'm telling you, Miss Pam, he ain't gonna be joking. If that's what
Pamela,
Batman's saying,
he's the
he
same
said
guy
that
that
and was
says
trying to
Patrick
convince people
Mahomes is
that's what
not even
happened.
a top 5
oh my
quarterback.
Lord. Wow.
Oh
Wow.
I've
yeah, and
heard
that's
the
the same
guy
guy that
say
said Tua was going to throw for 9,000 and run for another 2,000 this year.
2000.
Dead serious. Dead serious.
That's still up for debate. That's still up for
Come
debate.
on. Come
He
on.
didn't say he would have 2,000. He just said he would have more than Derrick Henry. Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
Derrick Henry injured week one, and then Tua gonna end up with more yards, and y'all gonna be so mad that True Talk was right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I
That's
mean, it
another
would
comedy.
be kind of funny if it was right, but you know, it would be
Hey, True
awesome.
Talk, you got the lotto numbers, bro? Shoot.
He said he's never been wrong on a take. That's what he said.
Okay, now you know that's got to be wrong.
The guy was wrong about Mahomes, bro.
He was. He was.
But the man told y'all that Tua ran a 4.240, bro. Like, why do y'all even give him a platform?
Everybody, let's welcome Alex. What's up, Alex?
Hey, Alex.
Oh, now you bring up a Knicks fan. Jesus.
Get him out of here.
Ale, wake up.
It's ridiculous, bro.
Hello?
Like
Alex, talk into the mic.
You know, we're just sitting here, you know, with this whole Tyreek situation, bro. And he's like, and we all know that Tyreek punked this little guy, punked this dude, bro.
It just gave him a smack in the back of the head.
Exactly.
Alex,
no big deal.
Let me ask you a question, Alex. Just hypothetically speaking, I'm not judging your character because somebody, I'm not gonna call them out, but somebody said the statement yesterday. You're out. You're at work. All right. You're working in Miami. You're at work, and this incident, for whatever reason, happens to you, Alex. What do you do, Alex?
Bro, if something happened to me, if that person did the same thing to me, but did he have to be famous or what?
Yes. Tyreek Hill slapped you in the back of the neck hard.
Walks into your telephone, your cell
I
phone
would
store.
fight him. That's grounds for fight. That's grounds
Man,
for
you
a fight.
Alex,
angry,
you're dumb as
give
hell.
Yeah,
First of all,
but
you're gonna get your ass beat. Second of all, you're gonna be getting rich while you sitting there trying to fight back. Let's be real,
I
Alex.
don't care. I don't care, bro. Listen. I was raised like this, bro. If someone puts their hand on you, you're gonna fight back. That's how I was raised.
Unless they're a millionaire. I remember my mom telling me that you fight back every time unless they got millions. Then you let them do whatever they gonna do. As long as you ain't gonna die, you gonna be a rich mofo after it.
All you hear is cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
Hell yeah, boy, get your licks off, boy. Cause I'm telling you, you're gonna pay for every punch.
Damn, they saying. I mean, this is off topic. They saying that submarine probably imploded. They finding debris now.
Oh,
Yeah,
Lord.
What's
Get
submarine?
for going out there with a joystick.
The submarine
Stupid.
that went, the thing that went to go look the Titanic that's been going on in the news, and they ran out of air
40
this
hours
morning.
ago.
They
But
said
then
that
they
one of the
said
guys on the submarine was a billionaire. Was it
Yes.
our owner Ross? Was it Ross?
No.
Yes.
No, Ross was not on the submarine.
Don't get your hopes
Oh,
up.
what? What's up with y'all wishing death on Ross, bro? What's up? Y'all weird, bro.
Listen, let me tell you something. Let me tell
I remember
you something
Mark did
about
that.
that, bro. Let me tell you something. It's just ridiculous how people are making a pun of that situation, bro. It's terrible, bro. In the society that we live in, that everything you gotta fucking
Alex,
make jokes about.
Who's
Alex,
making
them
fun of
people
that?
paid
Nobody's
200.
making fun of that.
Alex, I
Well, you're a
will. Alex,
billionaire and you
they
get
paid
I'm making fun of it.
$250,000
Thanks for me.
each to go jump in a doggone a
Tin
small
can.
little yeah, exactly, a small little tin can, and then you're telling me it's being controlled by a Nintendo 64 controller?
Alex, if
Bro, you
I
got me
die
messed
in
up,
this
bro.
manner, I want you to come
I
to the
don't feel bad
funeral and
for
say,
you.
I told his dumb ass not to get in that damn tube.
Bro,
You're
like
telling
literally,
me
I'm not joking about that controller, bro. If you
you're
see
telling
what
me
they
a
were actually
billionaire.
moving and driving it with, they
You're
deserve
telling me a
anything that
billionaire
happened with it.
got in a submarine with I don't know
And
how
you're
many
going to see the
people,
Titanic.
It
Three
was
billionaires.
it was
3
it was
billionaires.
yeah.
and it was navigated by a Nintendo 64 joystick.
No. It was a Best
You
Buy
gotta see it, bro.
Logitech.
You
Yeah,
gotta
you
see
gotta
it,
see it.
bro.
It's a
It's
Best
terrible.
Buy.
Look at the picture.
It was
You will
it
be
was a
like,
third party controller. It wasn't even
as
a
soon as you
main
see
console
exactly,
controller.
actually,
It was a
you're
It was like a
Logitech.
absolutely right.
knockoff brand.
But if you go,
It was a Logitech.
just go and
Yeah.
look at the picture and tell me they don't deserve whatever happened. First of all, if they say once they got in there they had to be bolted in, I'm sorry, we're not doing this. I don't feel bad for them. Sometimes having money makes you do stupid stuff, and I can't feel bad for you if you're doing stupid stuff.
That's right. It makes you think that you're invincible when you're not.
Hang on, guys. Hang on. Two things, because we got some breaking news. Shout out to Marino's Go. We got some camp dates. Shout out to Marino's Go. But real quick, because I see Mark in the comments.
Yeah, we saw that.
I just want to give Mark a heads up. Mark, going forward in the Fins community, we're all taking a stand as far as Bills fans on the panels. So just in case you decide to come up, we're not doing Bills fans on panels anymore. Unfortunately, you're a great person to me. You've never done anything negative to me. But this is just based on a reaction for people that have been complaining to us and to other channels. They don't want to see Bills fans on panels anymore going forward. And that's unfortunate because I like Amicus. I think he's an amazing person. He's a cool guy. But going forward, no more Bills fans on the Phinsaholics, unfortunately. So please do not try to come up here. I will not let you come up here.
Start your own panel, Mark.
Yeah, just a heads up on Mark.
I just want Mark to know that that's not true. There's a difference between throwing a hissy fit because you're unhappy with your team and a assault charge that's a money grab. I was saying the same thing when Devontae Adams knocked that damn cameraman out. It's like I didn't think he would get suspended. It was simply, they're gonna get some money up out of this situation. Charges will be filed and money will be sent.
That's true, Dre. That was the only closest thing. Yeah, what happened with that case? I forgot again.
The man filed a lawsuit. I don't think it's settled yet, but it hasn't. Devontae Adams gonna have to fork over some money eventually.
Exactly, and think about how long ago that.
But he never missed time, right?
No, he missed no games for that.
Suspended.
Not yet.
Not yet. And look how long that's been.
He never. He's not going to.
Hang on.
He's not going to.
Let's not assume. But look how long that happened, and nothing has been resolved. And there was video evidence on the day it happened. We got video evidence. So at the end of the day, like Marino's Goat said, this is going to be a process. This season, we should not expect anything, whether it's a suspension or not. We might not see anything until the following off season. So for us to retract. Let's relax. Let's not think suspensions are going to happen this season for now, and then we'll go forward with that. I mean, and again, Mark, like I said, it's not about having guts going forward. At least on the Phinsaholics, I know a lot of channels are already coming together. I know Stephen D saying the same thing. Bills fans, unfortunately, you guys got to start your own Bills spaces and your Bills channels and enjoy that because you guys have your own issues to worry about.
Base.
Or just stay in the chat. Right, they're allowed in the chat, right?
Hey, how about if we see this video, man, and it's just extremely
egregious.
Just got out of hand. You know what I'm saying?
Well, if that's the case, I will change my opinion. If he beat the shit out of the dude, that's a different situation.
And it was uncalled for. And if it was uncalled for, I'm saying, what if we see the video and
that's a good point, Fred.
We see
here's the thing, though, Fred.
There was video of Devontae Adams doing the same thing, and nothing has happened yet. So we still don't have nothing to worry about this year.
I will almost concede, but no, Jay, I will almost concede that point to Fred.
But held to a different standard.
Yeah, I was about to say, what about you?
Hang on, guys. I was gonna ask because Q's asking, what about Steelers fan back? Q, you're very respectful. You don't come here disrespecting people in the comment section. You don't disrespect people when you're on the panel. You come here with news. You come here with facts, and you chop it up Dolphins with us. You don't come disrespecting anybody in particular, and you don't disrespect our team. So of course you could come up, Q. But as far as
wait, Q's a Steelers fan?
Yeah, he's
my Samoan brother. Yes, sir.
I would have never guessed.
Yo, me either, man. Me either.
Hey, Q is a Steelers fan, but you know what? He's one of the good dudes.
He cool as hell. I love Q.
Yeah.
No homo.
So
back to what Fred was saying. I will concede that if the video is something egregious, then the situation changes. But at the same time, I don't think that the police have the video and they didn't arrest him. So I don't think it's that serious.
Yes.
The police saw the video already, Fred.
Yes.
Okay. But listen, but
that was
hey,
the point I was going to make too.
Andreas, Andreas, but John Morant did not do anything wrong. He just showed a gun on the video. But in the context of him being who he is, having prior history, the NBA is going to come down with a punishment. These guys are held to a different standard as public figures, as star athletes. So if the video is bad, according to how Fred just described, it puts a lot of pressure on the NFL and the Dolphins to take perhaps a more heavy-handed approach. He's not a normal guy slapping someone. We already agree that a normal guy slapping someone, that is nothing. And this incident, just as it stands, should be viewed as something very minor, right? Something very, very minor. But all those other factors, we got to watch for this one. I don't know what'll happen. I'm not saying I know what'll happen, but
of course, we don't know what's going to happen. No, we don't know. But that's just something I threw out there, man. This thing could swing so many crazy ways, man. Who knows?
Exactly. And it's a political year coming up too. So incidents like this they have legs,
Well, I mean, the problem is now, man, like the good part about the Dolphins community is the camaraderie and all the different type of outlets and different content creators. But then when something like this happens, you can't really, brush it away. It's going to end up
Marino's GOAT is dropping.
He's on fire.
Good information.
all day. Yeah. Yes.
That's good information right there. Read what he just put.
He said Alvin Kamara beat the dude almost to death, all on camera. He's going to get a full season ban. But for the new NFLPA, you can't do anything to him until the case is fully resolved. That's why Kamara can still play.
See? And that was a full-on beatdown.
And that happened last season. Yeah, that's right.
But when I look at Mark's comment about how Dolphin fans need to start looking at the reality of their players' actions, we don't know the reality of his actions yet. What are you talking about? You don't know what happened. You have no idea what he was reacting to. All you know is one side, and the cops didn't put him in bracelets right then and there. So, obviously the dude wasn't beat all up, or he didn't go to the hospital, need stitches and surgery. I mean, he smacked him in the back of the head. He probably had it coming. I'm just saying. And there is no reality to look at our player yet.
I don't know how anybody has it coming. You know what I mean? Like you put hands on people. You put hands on people, Pam. You put hands on people. They're just going to see you as wrong. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
Fred, even if he had it coming to him, Pam. Even if he had it coming to him, you know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you a question. Again, I'm not saying what he did was right. I don't think anybody here is admitting that what he did was right. But let's just go off a reaction, Fred. Let's go off a reaction for a second. And I understand when you're an athlete and you're a star player in the league, not just the Dolphins, in the league, you're a face of a team. You want to hold yourself accountable for everything you do when you're outside of the football field, right? My thing is this: at the end of the day, we forget there's a human aspect of everything, and you're not just the guy that puts on a helmet. You're a human being, and at the end of the day, we don't know the facts. We don't know what happened. We don't know if he got disrespected, or his family, or his kids, or his wife, or who knows. We don't know. And your instant reaction doesn't make it right. It doesn't make it right. But your instant reaction as a human being is to be protective. And you're protective of the people around you. And at the end of the day, he might have done that because he was trying to protect somebody. So we don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know yet.
Yeah.
Again, we don't have the facts. We're all assuming. The networks are assuming. Everybody's assuming right now. All right. And again, we've heard two different stories about what happened. So
that's why I said, we're not going to know anything. Nobody's going to know anything till the video comes out, or and see. Like how severe it was, or like what led up to it. We don't know yet. So I'm for Tyreek until he's innocent until proven guilty.
And that's the point. And we, like Batman was saying, what if the guy grabbed one of his kids by the arm or something? What if you don't know what he did, and so until you can't really. Right.
Yeah, we got 4 more weeks.
I don't have to.
I'm not going to be investing in this during the off season.
So, Mark, I see your thing about we know Hill's history. So, have you ever made a mistake that you were sorry for? People make mistakes. They are human. Do I think that what he did was good? Nope. No, I do not. But, you can't hold something over somebody's head for the rest of their life. Well, look what he did, back then. He hasn't done anything like that since. Maybe it was a one-time thing. Well, I am.
I don't know, Pam. I don't know, man, Pam, because
No, not you, not you. I'm talking about what he said.
Yeah, I know.
Like with those other things, man. Assault played a factor of those other things he was, what I'm saying,
right,
accused of. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So we could be looking at it like a history of assaulting people. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's not good. That's not good.
Well, the thing is for this particular incident, we know it was a smack in the back of the head. We know the guy didn't leave there bleeding and bloodied and, bruised and everything. We know that because we would have seen that already. So, the other incident with his wife or his girlfriend, I don't remember exactly which one, but, that was different. That was bad. But hopefully he's not that guy anymore. Hopefully he got some kind of help and he would never do that again. I don't know. I just think when somebody makes a mistake, you can't hold it over them for the rest of their life.
And I agree with you on that.
But the extra factor here is that there is a tape. There is a videotape.
Right.
And you keep missing the part that, like Dre just said, and the police have already seen it and chose not to even arrest him. So we don't care about what's on that tape because it's clearly not even going to be that bad.
Exactly.
It's going to be okay. Yeah, you were stupid for touching him. Now you had to come out of the pocket a couple M's because you decided to be stupid and touch him. But besides that, bro, that's where it ends. This video is not going to make anything any worse.
Well, I would tend to agree with you, Dade County. I'm probably 75% in agreement with you. But again, there's an image issue that the organization and the NFL are very sensitive to. Me and you may look at the tape and say, this is nothing, right? But looking forward with that image consciousness, you never know in a political year how something like that can be, made into something bigger than what it really is. But again, I tend to agree with you. And based on all the facts that have been discussed here, we know there's a slap. We know that, it didn't result in blood or anything like that. We know the police did get involved, though.
And technically,
the potential
if we're being honest,
yeah.
And technically, if we're being honest, they still haven't reported that he touched anybody. That still could be somebody in his entourage.
That's true too.
So
hang on.
What are we doing?
Quick, Q said that he saw the tape. So can anybody, Andreas, can you check to see if there's a video on it right now, already on it?
Q ain't see that tape.
He said, I didn't see much. He said, I didn't see much on the tape. I saw it.
Nah, man, he's just playing with you.
Nah, I don't think he probably saw the wrong video or something. He's just assuming that he has.
So Q, you're law enforcement man, huh? What branch of law enforcement do you work in now, Q? Part of PSO.
I actually got a friend who worked for Miami PD. I'm finna ask him if he's seen this damn video.
Probably ain't gonna tell you a damn thing.
Hey, Dave. I've seen cases, man, where, people have killed people, and weren't arrested till maybe like a month or two later, bro.
Fred, we're talking about a slap in the back of the head where the guy wasn't even injured. Why are you going to murder, bro?
Because you brought up the point where, the cops looked at it like, oh, it wasn't nothing, so they didn't arrest him then. So why is it even a problem? You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like
I see where you're going with it.
You know what I mean, Dave? All right,
but look, my pushback for that was, but my pushback for that would be, what color was that person that got to walk off, even though there was a video?
Of course, it was.
They don't do that for us, Fred. They don't
Right,
do that
right.
for us, Fred.
You're right.
Like,
You're
come
right.
on.
But
They would have put
I'm just
Tyreek under
saying.
the jail if he really did something, dog.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, since
But I'm just.
OJ, we know that money and celebrity can give you some
OJ will tell you
sort of
himself he ain't black.
consolation.
OJ tell you himself he ain't black. That's the only reason OJ got that pass, because he literally
If the police
denounced
on
us
scene,
to the
if the
world.
police on scene are celebrity consciousness, right, or Dolphins fans or whatever, yeah, they have to follow the law and procedure and all that, but they may be more inclined, the human effect, like Batman said earlier, to
Put
maybe
your
not
job
push
on
it
the
there.
line. And
That's
put your
true.
job on the line for Tyreek Hill, who ain't gonna do nothing for you after this. All right.
Hey, Dave, that was wrong what you said about
I never
OJ,
discount the human
bro.
factor there, man.
Okay,
The human
so
factor is always in play.
You
Yeah,
can ask
you're
OJ
right,
right
bro.
now that he'll tell you he's not a black dude.
I have this article right in front of me from the Miami Herald. It's fairly short, but if you want, I'll read it because it's fairly interesting what this report says. It says that Tyreek Hill spent a day over the long weekend deep sea fishing with friends and his high-profile agent, a successful outing that included a wild encounter with a large shark. Back at the Hallover Park Marina dock, a few men apparently took exception when the Miami Dolphins superstar receiver tried to hook some of the big tarpon that hang out under the charter fleet, slurping up scraps, a prohibited and not so sporting practice. Hill, according to the law enforcement sources and dockside scuttlebutt, exchanged words with at least two men who told him fishing was off limits, and one accused Hill of slapping him on the back of the head. That was one version of the altercation, but like with many fish tales, the details were murky. A police report released Wednesday made no mention of fishing for tarpon and said the argument began when a marina employee saw two women aboard a boat without permission. The report does not name Hill, but says when the employee approached the group, a man thought they didn't write it right, thought to be the Miami Dolphins star, began arguing with him, slapping him in the neck area with an open hand before being restrained by a few people. So they don't even know if it was Tyreek Hill.
Exactly.
That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying, Pam. And it sounds like they went up there and got in them women's face, and a man stood up and told them, "Yo, you don't need to be in their face like that." And he probably mushed them in the back of the head or pushed them in the back of the head. Bro, this is nothing. This is nothing, bro.
Yes, and it also says that it was recorded by surveillance cameras, and that the man who was struck had no visible injuries.
Not even
Wow, no
he
visible
didn't hit him
injuries.
hard.
That's
No
crazy.
Like, I'm
visible
telling you now,
injuries.
bro, it's nothing. He's gonna have to pay him just to shut him up, and that's it. Leave it alone.
Yeah, which is crap. It's crap.
Because you could take the chance of actually suing me and actually taking this to court, where now a judge tells you, oh well, this was actually nothing, and you were actually the aggressor, and now you get nothing. You better take this little bit of money he gonna give you and leave it alone, bro. Sign that NDA and leave it alone.
It says that police were never called to the dock, and the man accusing Hill of slapping him reported the incident Monday.
Yeah, later.
So he waited until the next day to report it because he was so devastated.
Yeah, he
My
got
gosh.
gaslighted by his friends and his coworkers.
Like I said earlier,
Yep.
he went home. He told some family members what happened, and they were like, "You dumb motherfucker! You were supposed to," and that's why he went and filed charges on Monday. That's all. Like that's what it is. Grab.
And
It's a
he
cash grab,
actually,
bro. Like,
I think Tyreek should sue him for doing that
That's
because
what makes it a
everybody
character.
with a brain knows what happens.
Defamation of character. That's defamation of character.
It is.
especially if he
It
ain't the one that
absolutely is.
especially if he's not the one that touched him. Ooh, Lord.
Oh, that's even worse.
Yeah, they don't even know. They don't even know.
I think they should give Tyreek lifetime membership, fish off the docks, man, whenever he wants.
By the way,
but
that's a
that
universal
I go to that dock all the time. You can't fish there.
That's called
Well,
loitering.
no dock in Miami-Dade. I do a lot of fishing, guys, and they all have that same rule
That's
about
what I'm
no
saying.
fishing
That's
off
what
the
I'm.
And I'm
dock.
gonna be honest, it
That's why
sounds
I'm
like
saying.
Tyreek just, God damn it, you're an idiot. You didn't know that?
That's why I say,
I
KP,
will
man.
say
You know,
this.
it was probably, you know, what I mean, rules there, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure
No,
it
no,
was,
but
man. I'm sure
that
they
is
don't
true
allow
though.
fishing right there.
There isn't. But at the end of
It's
the day,
people
though,
always
at the
bringing
end
their
of the day,
boats and they bike and they ski their jet skis in there. That's why they don't let the traffic stand there and fish.
at
Okay.
the end of the day,
That's why that rule is in place there, because where he was doing it at is where people literally pull their trucks up and back their
Yeah.
boats in. They can't have people standing there fishing.
Right.
and at the end
Well,
at the
and
end of the
here's
day,
another thing. It says that 2 days later, which would have been yesterday, that attaching names to stories from the dock workers, fishing guides, and charter operators at the marina was as tough as pulling teeth.
Right.
Nobody was going to
For
give
those who
up
don't know,
names.
and Dade County can attest to it, that Fallover fishing dock and the whole area is super busy, and it's world famous now because, you know, getting in and out of that inlet is, you know, a lot of ships wrecking and everything because of the current and all that kind of stuff. So this is not like some obscure place out in the middle of the Everglades. This is a highly visible, very well known boating dock where dozens of different commercial interests all converge. Fishing charters, shrimp boats. The police got a huge
What's up,
presence out
Lewis?
there permanently. So this is, you know.
Hey Pam, it's gonna come down to, like, you know, this fish story is gonna be the one that got away, Pam.
That's right. That's right. That's right. It was a
What's going on,
shark.
Lewis?
No, it was a minnow. Yeah.
Everybody, let's welcome the homie Lewis. Everybody, what's going on, Lewis?
Hey, Lewis.
Oh shit!
Do we have to?
Yes.
Do we have to? What's up, Lou?
I was just messing with you. What's up, Lou?
Yeah, y'all needed me up here since y'all been talking about a non-issue for the past hour and a half. So y'all needed me up here. This has to
No,
be
that's
some
what
of
we were just saying. It was a
It's been
non-issue.
less than an hour.
That
Less than an hour, Lewis. Come on now.
Well, if
I
you've been
just
listening,
read
you heard what I
the.
said. So I've been trying to talk him off the ledge, Lou.
Listen, Lewis, Fred and Cap have told me they seen the video and Tyreek
No,
Hill
I didn't know.
was
I didn't say
allegedly
I seen the
beating the
video,
shit
man.
out
No,
that
I
pussy
didn't.
ass dude.
It's a load of crap. I just read an article, Lewis, by Miami Herald.
We already knew that Tyreek Hill's not even the one that put his hands out. That's why they won't release the video. That's why supposedly the police told the dude, well, if you want to press charges, it's not even Tyreek Hill. It's somebody else. And this is where y'all are missing. Tyreek Hill don't owe that dude no money. You know who Tyreek Hill is going to pay? The dude that's probably, if there is charges that come up, the dude that hit him, that's who's going to get paid. Because everybody knows, and when you're a high pro athlete like that, what do you have next to you? A fall guy. And that's who smacked this motherfucker, is the fall guy in this whole
But
situation.
Tyreek's still gonna come
And
out
the
the pocket though, because
article.
he's gonna have to pay the lawsuit for him.
Okay,
No,
but
that
that's what I'm saying. But
lawsuit's
he's
going
not
to
paying.
get
But he's not
dropped.
paying that dude. But that's what I'm saying. He's not going to pay that dude. That dude
I
ain't
mean, it's
getting no
still gonna
money
be
from
Tyreek.
Tyreek.
Technically, it's gonna be still Tyreek Hill's money, but I get what you're saying. Yeah.
That dude ain't getting no money. The dude that's accusing Tyreek of hitting him, that dude ain't seeing no money from Tyreek Hill. Not a cent. Tyreek Hill is going to pay the dude that ended up hitting him. And to your point, Dave, if it does go to court or whatever reason, Tyreek Hill will pay that cost. But that dude that got hit, bro, he ain't seeing a fucking thing. It's a non-issue. And all this bullshit trying to make it seem, I heard Uncle Fred earlier, oh, well, what happens if he gets 6 games? Or what are you talking about?
What if
People seeing dollar signs. That's all they see.
Man, please.
Why would he? Why would he single out Tyreek as the guy that hit him then?
Because he knew Tyreek Hill. Yeah.
Tyreek Hill has money. Tyreek Hill has money.
Question.
It's highly visible.
Okay, hey, let me answer it for you because
so that guy. So you saying that guy he knew Tyreek?
Tyreek is a superstar.
Hey, Fred.
Public figure.
Hey, Fred, let me ask you a question, right? If
Don't ask me the question. Ask the panel the question, man. Ask the question for the whole panel, man.
Okay, no. I'm not even going to ask a question. I'm going to answer
Go
your
ahead,
question.
Lou. Just ask it.
No, your question, Fred, was why would he name Tyreek? Because Tyreek is the only person he could recognize. Who else you gonna throw?
He's
out?
also the guy with the deep pockets.
Like, come
That's
on, bro.
what
Like,
it's about.
I'm sorry, Fred, but that's a
Okay,
stupid
well,
ass
okay, that's all you had to say. That's all you had to say, right there. That was it. That was all you had to say.
Don't you think that's common sense, though?
That is common sense.
Ain't common.
It is common sense to single out the dude with the deep pocket. Yeah, it is. You know what I'm saying? It is. But I don't know if the guy knew Tyreek, man. You know what I'm saying? I haven't seen no video or nothing like that. Like, I don't know if he knew Tyreek.
Fred, everybody know Tyreek, bro. Everybody know Tyreek.
That's what I would say.
Let me tell you something, man. I'm gonna tell you, man, you know how many dudes I know look like Tyreek, bro? Short, big, dark, long dreads. Come on now, you know what I'm saying? That's all. I'm on my part. It's
all speculation at this point.
Now, Fred, you're not saying they all look alike now, right?
We're not saying
Fred, that was pretty. Fred, coming from a black dude, bro, that was pretty racist, Fred.
I know it wasn't, man. No, it wasn't, man. I know a lot of dudes.
You said we all look alike.
I'm totally messing with you.
Fred talking about we all look alike, man.
That's right.
I don't look like Tyreek, man. You know, I'm black. I don't look like him, man. But I know dudes, man, and you know. Tyreek's build, you know, and I'm short, right? That's all.
Fred, if I'm the guy at the boat thing, right? And Lewis pulls up with Tyreek Hill and a bunch of people I don't know, and Lewis punches me in the mouth. You know what I'm gonna say to the police? Tyreek punched me in the mouth.
Tyreek Hill and his friends jumped me.
Yeah,
Tyreek Hill and his friends jumped me.
Yeah, I get all that, man. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm telling lock that dude Lou the fuck up, man. He's rabid, man. I don't care how much money these other guys got, man. You lock that dude up over there, man. He's rabid, man.
And that's fine. And don't worry, I'm gonna go to jail, but I'm gonna get that ass whipping. You gonna get that motherfucking ass whipping. I'm going to jail. I can promise
you know what? And then when you go to jail, Lou, give me all my money, man, so I can get away from your ass. Just do that, man. No, but you know, me myself, like I'm hoping that it ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? I want to see Tyreek I want to see Tyreek the whole season, man. And you know, I'm just saying, you know, like of course nobody's seen the video or nothing like that, man. And even if we do see the video, that it turns out to be nothing really, no big deal, you know, and. Hopefully I see my wide receiver.
He'll talk about it on his podcast.
And if he has to give him
right?
If he has to give him $50,000, would I give him that, man? Which is chump change to Tyreek.
Man, y'all don't know how this works, man. You don't talk about open cases until they close.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Plus,
and let me ask the question,
it's all those podcasts are pre-recorded from like 6 months ago.
And let me ask a real question: why, if there is a video, why you think the video hasn't came out? Why you think that is? I'm just asking.
Because it doesn't show anything.
Cap said they're waiting till it's closer to the season. They're waiting to training camp so it can cause some controversy. I'm just telling you what Cap told me.
I know what Cap. No, I heard what Cap said, and again, I shout out to the homie Cap, but it's bullshit. That don't even make sense. If there's a video, right, and there's an investigation, the world that we live in now, we all know. That video would have been out by now. The reason the video ain't out is because they know it's bullshit. There's no leg to stand on. So yeah, when it came out, oh, Tyreek did this. Why you think the video ain't out? Because when they put on the video, man, Tyreek didn't do a goddamn thing. What are we gonna show here? Because it will make them look fucking stupid at the end of the day. So like, bro, what are we talking about? It's a non-issue.
They're trying to figure out how they're gonna take a non-issue and get money out of it. That's what they're trying to figure out.
Exactly. Bro, this is like, what are we talking about? Suspensions and Tyreek this, bro. Tyreek will suit up for every goddamn Dolphin game, barring injury. That's the only thing that's going to take Tyreek Hill off the field this year would be injury. I can promise you that.
Yeah, because Devontae Adams one hasn't even been solved yet, and that happened last year. So regardless of anything, like they said earlier,
Alvin
before Lewis
Kamara
got
was
up
even.
here,
Let me
it's not.
Alvin
let me ask you
Kamara was
something.
It's not
before
gonna
that.
be. It's not gonna be a thing until after the season. So you still have
And
nothing to worry about. Tyreek will
and
be
Alvin
available.
Kamara was way before that, and that guy's still
Okay,
not
and
suspended.
those cases have video, right?
Yeah, the Alvin
Yes.
Okay,
Kamara one
okay.
is full on.
How long did it take to pull out any video on that?
It was
I don't
immediately.
know. I was gonna say I bet it came out right away, but I
Came
can't
out
say.
immediately.
Alvin Kamara, Alvin Kamara. I think it was in the Pro Bowl, right? It was in the Pro Bowl, and it came out like a month or two after the Pro Bowl. But the
A
one that
month,
happened with
a
with
month after
yes,
the video came out. A
right.
month after.
It was in the Pro Bowl. It was like or it was in Vegas. I forgot what it was,
No, but
but
it was
I
during the
remember
Batman,
season though.
Batman, do me a favor, Batman, if you can, and pull up
that
Nothing
was
ever
2 years
happened.
ago.
Yeah,
the
nothing ever
comments,
happened.
Batman, pull up the comment from Dolphins for Life, please, if you have a chance. Dolphins for Life for me.
So
Lewis looks like the dude in the video getting slapped by Tyreek. Well, it's funny. The video hasn't been seen. So you know, hey, get it out, Fred. Get it all out. Now it's funny.
no,
Though.
Lou,
The
man, I'm
video,
just, man, I laugh at everything, man. You know what I mean? Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
and what I'm saying is, Fred, get it all out because it's funny. The video hasn't been out yet. The only way Dolphin for Life would know what the person looks like because it was probably his sorry ass that got fucking slapped. It was probably his stupid ass that got slapped. Stupid ass. Go ahead.
All right, so the Devontae Adams, a month after the incident happened, the video came out, right?
Yeah, it was like a month. It was like
No,
a month, maybe.
Adams one was on. Adams one was on
Devontae
national
Adams
TV.
happened
Everybody
on
saw
live
that
TV.
live.
What are we talking about?
The Alvin
Listen.
Kamara. Alvin
Oh, and it was on
Kamara.
live TV. I mean,
Right.
okay.
Right.
The Alvin
Listen,
Kamara
Lewis
one happened.
wasn't cooking. He was dishing. That's what he was. He was dishing it out.
Alvin Kamara happened almost 2 years ago. It almost happened 2 years ago.
Okay, all right.
And Adams was live. It was like a Monday night or Sunday night football, and we saw it immediately. And that man he didn't get no repercussions.
That
from
shit
the
was
NFL.
hilarious.
Wow.
Yeah, but the funny
dude,
part was
That
lost the game
cameraman
and
said he
you
was
wanna stick a camera in his face.
traumatized. He said he was traumatized.
Well, listen, I wouldn't be surprised
That's how
if
you
this
get
man
paid.
now. Exactly, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if this man's lawyer now comes out and says his back is cracked in half, and that he's having nightmares. He can't sleep. And he has insomnia.
Yeah, man, you know what I mean? That's what I'm
And
saying.
then we find out it wasn't Tyreek.
lawsuit.
Miami's a nasty place, man. I'm just gonna put it that way. Miami's a very nasty place. When it
Man,
comes
I always wanted to come to Miami, man. I always wanted to visit Miami,
I'm
man.
gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you, and I'm gonna say this, and this is a fact. This is a known fact. For people that don't live in Miami, I'm gonna tell you something. Miami is the #1 place when it comes to fraud. I will put you that. That's a fact.
Straight up.
When it comes to
that's not-
fraud,
that's-
Miami is #1 in fraud. Everybody's trying to get paid one way or another.
Ambulance chasers up everywhere, bro.
And especially in that all over area, man. Let me tell you, boats get wrecked, people get hurt all the time at that spot, man.
That marina's right next door to Bell Harbor. Bell Harbor's where all the rich people live too. You know what I'm saying?
Bell Harbor, Aventura, all over. They all right there.
Just in case y'all don't realize where this is. This is the same place that's on all those. Every time you see a video of somebody backing their boat in, and then they forgot to unhook the car, and then now the car's unhooked in the water with the boat. That's where this is. It's on all the only in Dade pages, only in Broward pages. Yeah. It's on all those pages. That's where this is.
People go there to be seen. If a woman has a nice body in a bikini, she's going on them hollow over rocks. You know what I'm saying?
I need to get down there. Shit.
It all goes down to Hollow, man.
Fred, don't hurt yourself trying to get down here, trying to keep up with these women, man.
Fred be laid out in one of them hotel rooms, man. They done drug him and took his Rolex.
Oh,
ain't
man.
nothing in there for you, Uncle Fred, except for some scamming ass women.
No, I ain't with all that.
And Fred, you better check her throat. She might be a man. She might be a man.
You might get what you want. She gonna put you to sleep. She ain't got to handcuff you for that.
I ain't with all that handcuff me to the bed shit, KP, man. You know? I ain't with all that shit there, man.
In addition to the fraud, man, they got
and shit, y'all.
Here's where everybody comes for them BBLs and cosmetic this and that, man. You don't know who you messing with down here, man.
Oh, so it ain't as always cracked up to be as I see on TV, then, huh?
And it's a double play.
You shouldn't be believing half the stuff you see on TV. No
I mean,
way,
you know what I mean, man. I'm talking about with the palm trees
the
and
only thing,
the bikini beaches,
the only
Yeah,
thing
they
you gotta
just
believe,
exclude
Fred.
the other part.
The only thing you gotta believe when you see on TV coming from Miami, the only thing you gotta believe, Fred, is Tua. That's it. That's the truth.
See, you're doing it again.
There
Look,
you
that's
go.
the truth.
Gotta believe.
See?
That's the truth.
Well, until it goes with me coming to, I have to see with my eyes, man. I have to see with my eyes. I'm not going to go what people tell me. You know what I mean?
Well, Fred, your eyes are showing it to you. You must be watching the game with your hands.
You're right. My eyes are showing it to me. My eyes are showing it to me, man. And you know, when it's not leading into a favor, bro. You know what I'm saying?
The problem is, Fred, you blind as a bat. That's what the fucking problem
Nah, I'm 2020, man. I'm 2020.
You can't see.
Only time I put my glasses on, Lou, is to see these names, man, up here on this panel, man, on my phone. That's the only time I need my glasses.
How you 2020 but got glasses? I'm confused.
Because these little words, man, these little words right here, man. Come on now, man. Shit, I got to, I'm gonna tell
I'm
you,
gonna be
man.
fair to Fred.
Let me tell you, bro.
They told me I got 2020 and I wear glasses because I can't see far.
It seems like everything written.
So you don't have. So you're not 2020.
It's small, bro.
That is 20. You know what 2020 means? It means anything within 20 feet that you're supposed to see, you can see. I can't see beyond that.
No, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't know that. My bad.
I can read real well, man. Like I just need them sometimes. Like I said, with these little names up here, man, that's all. That ain't nothing. I can see real well.
I can't see me either, Fred.
That's
I
all
can
right.
pull it up on my computer so I can see.
Y'all need more carrots in y'all diet.
Yeah, carrots, and then you turn.
I can't stand some fucking carrots. Excuse my language, man. I can't stand carrots.
I don't know. Nobody don't like carrots. Carrots don't really taste like nothing. Why you don't like them?
Man, for the same reason I don't like them damn beets either, bro.
I think the only vegetable that I really got a problem with is green peas. I can't stand no green peas.
Oh, I can do them, bro. I can do them.
They're different.
What you say, Pam?
LeSueur peas. A can of LeSueur peas. Those green peas are really good. They're different.
I don't think I've ever had them though. But I love some peas, man. I do. And them carrots and beets you can keep.
Throw them in your shepherd's pie. It's good.
I'm gonna try that, man. I'm gonna try that.
And a fresh beet is better than like pickled beets too. If you haven't had a fresh beet, like roasted, you really haven't had a beet because the pickled beets are. I'm with you. I don't like a pickled beet.
Oh, okay. So right now, everybody, training camp's going as normal right now with Tyreek, and everything's going normal with him now. You know, he's not missing any time from training camp, is he?
There's nothing until 4 weeks from now, bro.
Okay. All right.
And I saw too in another
training camp starts July 30th.
Right. I saw in another article that the marina also retained a lawyer. You know, they looking to get paid, these people.
That marina is one of the most famous marinas outside of maybe Bayside, downtown Miami, in all of Miami-Dade County. This is a very highly visible place with tons of commercial interests. So it only makes sense.
That's where they filmed. That's where they filmed Cocaine Cowboys.
Yeah.
What was that movie? What was that? The 30 for 30 guy, the one that made the All About the U.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much where all the main drug dealers used to use as a drop off point back in the 70s and 80s.
Oh yeah, yeah. I was in Cocaine Cowboys in the documentary, the original. Yep.
How cool. Well, it's funny that there's a marina there called Hallover Canal because we have a Hallover Canal here. It's not a big marina. It does have a little marina, but it's weird that I wonder what the thing is with Hallover, if it has something to do with the way the place is used or what. But we have a Hallover Canal.
Not sure about the history of the place. All I know is that in the 90s, we used to have Black Beach there. Black Beach was like a huge event in the springtime where everybody came out, almost got divorced because of Hallover.
Oh.
Yeah, man. Uncle Luke brought out his best and, the eyes went to wandering.
Oh.
I can't tell you the rest of that story, but hey,
well, it
was
sounds like you came out of it all right. Maybe learned a lesson.
Learned some lesson about the wandering eyes. Yes,
Good. The grass is not greener. That is just a fact. It's not greener on the other side.
Definitely not.
So now that we've talked the Tyreek thing and we've decided it's crap, now what about the salary cap thing we were talking about?
Let's talk about Devon A-Chain, man, and all the crazy projections on Devon A-Chain, who hasn't taken one hit yet, but everybody's crowning him as the savior to our running game.
KP,
Really?
stop that, KP. Stop that,
Come
KP.
on now, man. If he was so good, how come he lasted to the third round, Lewis? Come on now.
Nobody values the running back position in the NFL no more. That's why. Because the days of drafting running backs in the first round, even the second round, to me, are over. Like, this is a passing league, and everybody keeps telling me, well, you need a running game. Look at the teams of the 80s. Yeah, you're talking about the 80s when the game was different, when the rules were different. Nowadays, the scoring is up. It's a passing league. So, yeah, that's why Devon A-Chain was there in the third round, because no one's drafting running backs. You watch Atlanta. You think Atlanta's going to be happy with Bijan Robinson? And I don't care what Batman tries to tell you about he's a generational talent and shit. 2 years down the line, Atlanta will be regretting that they picked him that high. You watch.
Number one, though, at 5'7", 200 pounds.
Same thing with Todd Gurley.
He got to prove that he could survive the NFL before he even consider start producing yards and shit like that. Now, I'm hoping he is the man, but I'm gonna wait and see it, and I'm gonna wait till I see it first. That's all I'm saying.
But he was playing against SEC talent, though, KP. Most of the guys he was playing against was going
Weren't
to the
NFL
league.
talent guys, but they were in college, though, man. NFL is a different beast, man.
It is, but the SEC is the place to know if you can hang at all. I mean, if you're playing in the SEC, you are playing some really high level games.
This man ran for 240-some yards against LSU. Come on, bro.
I'll wait and see it. I'll
he
believe
can do
it when
the
I
job.
see it, man. Yeah, I hear
KP,
you.
I get it, because not everybody that comes in to the NFL is going to be able to handle the speed of the game and everything. There's no doubt about that. So I get your point.
Well, no. If one thing he could handle, it is the speed. My thing is the physicality of a 17-game season. I granted, he's not going to be a workhorse. He's definitely not going to be a 20,
Exactly.
25
So
touchdown.
that voids your concern right there, because you know he's not going to get the carries like that.
Still, he's got to show
He's always going to share. He's always going to share the ball. He will always share the ball.
John Avery, you know what I'm saying? Reggie Bush. These guys had similar skill sets, and they did have some level of impact on the production of our team overall. But at the same time, they weren't necessarily difference makers. They didn't put us over the top with the kind of package that they bring in terms of their talent on the team. You know what I'm saying? When you look at our running back room, I think there's a lot of sameness between like a guy like him, Rashard Mostert, Salvin Ahmed. Those guys bring, a similar skill set. So, I don't know, but I have to see it for myself. I have to see it for myself. That's all I'm saying.
Well, KP, when you
and also, I
evaluate
just
the
think,
tape,
yeah, I just think some of the
I was gonna say,
projections on H8 are a little bit premature and over the top. That's all.
oh, okay, well, and that's fine. I get what you're saying. He has to prove it in the NFL. But from what you've seen from his college tape, what do you think of him as a running back prospect? Like, what are your thoughts on him?
No.
Look up the games that he played. I think it was against. I think Manzano had the numbers when he came up here. It was against Alabama and Georgia. Like, can anybody get those numbers?
He's productive, and he brings the kind of skills that are going to make you ultra productive at the college level. You know what I'm saying? Because not all the talent is spread evenly among all the SEC teams. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Arkansas, Mississippi State, these guys, he could run away from those guys and stack big numbers against certain teams in the SEC. But in the NFL, when defense is going to game plan for you, right? And when they put that wood on you, you know what I'm saying? Does he have the physicality to survive a 17-game season? We'll see.
I'll help you out. Yes. I'll help you out. Yes.
If he can run with against Georgia, like make moves, playing. The thing is Georgia was clearly far and above any other college team. Not even close. The beatdown that they put on other teams, not even close.
Is anybody in front of a computer right now? Can anybody look up those numbers? Just curious now.
Yes.
I mean, he's been in the league. He was in college for how many years? 3 years? 2 years?
He was a junior, right? Junior?
I'm not too sure. I mean, look up college history against the SEC, I guess.
Okay. A second. There we go.
And is the Dalvin Cook question completely closed? I mean, what is the scenario by which Dalvin Cook still makes it on the Dolphin team? Is there a way? Do you see
if Tyreek gets suspended?
Okay. Yeah, so he
didn't play Georgia this year.
21 and 22.
It looks like he didn't play Georgia this year. I'm looking at the game log.
I told y'all his best game was against LSU where he ran for 240.
He had 215 against LSU with 2 touchdowns. Yeah.
How many carries? 38.
5.7 average.
What are the good games, Jerry?
Yeah.
That's a workhorse performance.
He played well against.
He's small, but he plays
played
bigger
well
than his
against
size.
Ole Miss too. 25 carries for 138 yards. I'm only trying to look at performances against good teams. Arkansas, he had 19 carries for 159 yards.
And don't think that Arkansas wasn't a decent team.
Arkansas was ranked 10 most of the season.
SEC. Yeah, they were a good team. Yep.
Yeah,
Alabama, Florida.
Alabama, he had a down game. He's 16 rushes for 62 yards, 3.9 yards per carry. And you said who else?
Florida.
He had 16 carries for 122 yards with 2 touchdowns, 7.6 yards per carry, a 65-yard touchdown. Yeah, he won. He had some good games this season.
Yeah.
And their schedule was, pretty decent schedule too.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it. 1, 2,
Looks
3,
good on
4,
paper.
5, 6. They played 6 top 25 opponents.
Yeah.
Now keep in mind, no quarterback, no passing game. He was the whole offense.
And so therefore that means they were playing for him, right? Like they schemed
Yeah, he
for
was the
him
game. He
because
was
that was the
yes.
offense. So
Yes,
when
I'm
you
trying
think
to tell you.
about that,
We're not even
yep.
talking about special teams touchdowns either.
What is his health history?
Well,
Did he have any health issues in college?
No, nothing major. I know he's also had I think 2 or 3 kick returns for touchdowns. But yeah, nothing major as far as injuries. No.
So he's a dynamic, tough, productive back. He's got the pedigree. There's no question about that.
Yeah.
There's no question about that. All right, so we will see. We will see. He's an exciting
And then
prospect, no doubt.
Yeah, like I said, and then also just keep in mind, like we said, he will never be your bell cow back. So you don't have to worry about injuries like that with him because he will always share carries. He will always share carries.
Right, he's going to operate within the committee of backs that we put forward.
Yeah.
What do you
Now,
think
he
about
may
that
be
committee?
Yeah, I
I
think
don't
in
have a problem. But if we don't,
2022 he
if we don't
had
get Dalvin, I feel like we're fine. Even our room is fine, bro. We don't need nobody else.
in 2022 his average yards was 9.6. He had 5 touchdowns, average yard at the 9.6, 461 yards and 48 plays.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. You say no bell cow, but that sounds like bell cow productivity to me.
In
college
But
level.
in the NFL,
he ain't gonna be a bell cow in the NFL.
No, I'm just saying. Statistically, the numbers represent in college that he was a bruiser.
Well, yeah, that 38 carry game those are impressive numbers against that level of competition. That means he could take the beating at that level, which is
If need be, he can't do it. Is my point. You know what I mean? Like we don't have to force it, but if push comes to shove, injury wise, if need be, he's proved that he can carry the load.
Yeah, he has the necessary level of toughness from a running back position.
Yeah. In 2021, he had 1,171 yards in 154 plays, 7.6 average, 10 touchdowns.
Let me ask you guys this, and correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't Jimbo Fisher draft Dalvin Cook?
You mean Jimbo Fisher when he was coach at Florida State?
I was about to say, what? You mean college?
Yeah. I'm just curious.
You mean recruit him?
Yeah, he did.
I'm just, I would think that he knows what a running back is in a system like that.
So I can also tell you that in 2022, Texas A&M went 5-7, but Devon had 232 plays. So again, the whole offense, right? 1,298 yards, 5.6 average, and 11 touchdowns. That's when he was the whole offense, and he's still.
Yeah.
A lot of times, so we don't know the plays exactly. If he's getting 11 touchdowns, then maybe some of those plays are from short yardage, which would lower his average, but he had 1,298 yards on the season.
Hey, man, y'all stop killing my man KP up here, man. I feel bad for KP right now. Y'all stop doing that to the
Just asking questions, Lewis. Come on, man.
Man, they killing you up here, KP, right now, man. Damn.
Tell you how you feel, man. But I am the ultimate pessimist when it comes to the Dolphins, man. You know this.
With
You notice.
reason. I understand, KP.
I'm just messing with you. You
I'm a
already
guy.
know I'm just
I'm
messing
a guy who seen Sammy Smith come in here with all the
But
products
I
in the
mean,
world
it's
and
a
do
good point
nothing.
though. Like when we start to get into that type of situation, you know, what I mean, like, would you guys sacrifice more run productivity to not have to hurt and injured and sacrifice those type of plays with his numbers? Would you sacrifice quarterback numbers for run productivity?
Yes.
Of course,
Yes,
All day
of
we've
long.
been
course, man.
saying that all off season.
Yeah, that's the kind of system that I think where Tua will do the best in when we have a strong running game. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. So I mean, all these numbers about Tyreek getting 2,000. Do you think that's like, you know,
I
a little
also
bit
think
too
if we
Not
have
aggressive?
a
having
more
it, bro.
productive run game, that the
Tyreek
pass
can
game
want
will
what he wants.
actually.
There's nothing wrong with somebody setting up a
I,
goal for themselves, but bro,
I
that's not
also
going to be a
think more
focus of the
productive
offense.
run game means more pass production as well. So
Uh-oh.
I don't know why you think the pass
That's a
production will go
touchy
down.
subject for
But
Dade County, boy.
that is
That's a touchy
exactly
subject.
right.
No, I'm just saying, like,
That's
have
right,
you ever seen
Lewis.
somebody
That's
like
right,
go
Lewis.
for 2,000 yards receiving and go for 1,000 yards rushing?
We're about to see it with Tua.
I mean, let's be honest for a second.
Is that
Whatchamacallit?
crypto?
Tyreek Hill had about a little over 1,700 last season, and Raheem Mostert was like an injured game away from breaking 1,000.
yeah,
I'm going to tell y'all right now, the numbers are going to be reversed. If anybody on the team is going to get even close to 1,700, which I don't think we're going to have a receiver get that, but if it was, it's going to be Waddle. It's not going to be Hill this year. Waddle's going to be, I guarantee you, Waddle leads the team in catches. I would say in catches and in yards this season. It's going to be Waddle leading in both categories.
So you see him maturing and making those catches that he didn't make this past season. Being that guy, that beast mode.
Yeah. Listen, we understand what Tyreek brings, right? But as far, and again, maybe I'm just off base, but I do think this is Jalen Waddle is going to be, he is eventually going to take over this room. He is going to be the future of the Miami Dolphins. I think, again, and this is just my opinion, this is what we do out here. But in my opinion, like I said, Waddle will lead the team in catches and yards this season. It's not going to be Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill's still going to do his thing, but the roles, if you ask me, what did Waddle have last year? Like 1,300 and Tyreek had 1,700? I could see those roles definitely being reversed.
I expected that to happen last year, and it was
I
opposite.
really did too. Yep. That's what I thought would
Tyreek was
happen
forced the
last year.
ball a lot last year. He won't be forced the ball like that this year. I think they'll be perfectly fine with letting him be
You think Tyreek? You think what I said last year is
a decoy? Yeah, decoy. I heard
Tyreek
detour. I was like,
get
detour.
Tyreek was gonna get the touchdowns and Waddle's gonna get the yards. That's what I said last year.
That's
I
one
don't
thing
care
we've
how they
seen.
do it. I don't
We've
care
seen
how
it
they
throughout
do
the
it as long as
offseason.
they do it.
Like nobody can say anything about Waddle though, about his work ethic. Like we've seen it all off season and before when the season was over. Like he's the only one I've seen the majority of the time out there putting in like receiver work. You know what I mean? Like him
Why
and
you
Craig
think that was,
Crafton.
bro? You don't think he remembers how the season ended last year with him dropping balls in that
Yeah,
crucial
but
game?
DC, you know
You
what?
think that
What's
man ain't
puzzling
gonna take it
too?
upon himself
What's
to
puzzling
make sure
too?
that that's not a problem moving forward?
What's puzzling too is I see Craycraft there doing the same thing, man, like putting in the work with them. But I don't hear anything
Yeah,
about
but Craig
Craycraft
Craft
being
will work all
involved.
he want.
And
He'll
I
never beat
like
Waddle.
Craycraft. I like
Yeah,
him a lot.
you want to know why, but the reason is, Cap, it's real simple. Yeah, he's
It was
putting in the
Sherfield
work,
before
but
him.
and I agree
Yeah, they do.
again, Cap, that's fine. Sherfield could put in the work and Craig Craft could put in the work, but they're never going to be at the level of a Jalen Waddle. You see what I'm saying? That's why you hit.
No, I'm
That's
saying
why
like as
the
far as like
opinions
for the three or for a
Right.
little bit more playing time on
What
the
about
field. Like
Chosen? What
No,
about
yeah,
Chosen?
I like
How do you like
Chosen.
but
Chosen?
I like Chosen.
He's not better. He's not better than Chosen. That's why
Yeah.
Craig Craft's not better than Chosen.
He's not. And I like Craycraft.
He's
Hell,
he's
if we're
he's very
gonna be real,
useful. He's
if we're
very
gonna be real,
useful. He comes up big sometimes.
Craycraft is not even better than Braxton Berrios, if we're going to be honest.
Oh hell
Yeah.
no, Lewis.
Yeah,
Oh,
That's
hell
why
no.
that's what I was thinking.
Craycraft is a good wide receiver. He does everything well, but nothing great. There's other
Right,
things. There's you
exactly.
got other
Yeah.
wide
That's what I'm
receivers
thinking.
that are
How's
better
he gonna
than
make the
him
squad?
just off of pure skill. They're better than him. But that doesn't mean he's not a good wide
Exactly.
receiver. He's still good.
Oh, that's
Well,
a fact.
and
Yeah,
what makes
Craycraft is
him
great, but
They're
what
gonna
makes
stash him.
him
he's not better than the top 4 guys we got
Yeah,
in the building.
they're gonna stash him.
well, what makes him dangerous is the fact that um, if
His hands. His
well,
hands.
the fact that they could go to him and not, like it's the change. It's having so many targets to go to. That's what makes him dangerous. Is that you can have a couple other guys on the field. They think they're going to go to those guys, but no, they go to Craycraft. And we saw plays like that were very successful.
And you know
Yeah.
what? If Craycraft would have never got hurt, I think he would have been the third leading receiver for this team by far.
I think
Boy,
he
you
might have been
crazy as
too.
shit.
No, I
Oh, you
agree
talking about
with
last
that.
year? You talking about
Yeah,
last
last
year?
year, last
Yes,
year.
So
yes.
wait, nah, I don't think more than Sherfield though. Sherfield still
Yes,
played
he was
more.
on pace. He was but he
Yeah, in
was
the
on
first
pace,
half of
and
the season,
Sherfield
Craycraft had
didn't.
carved out a
Sher,
role as a third
That's
Sherfield
down
right.
receiver.
Sherfield. We didn't see
Exactly.
nothing from Sherfield until Craycraft got hurt.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
In the first half of the season, when things were going well, Craycraft was part of the mix. He was.
How well does
But also,
Craycraft
we
block?
had a mix in the first part of the season. We
Right.
stopped the mix in the
Make no
second part
mistake.
of the
The
season.
first half of the season, things looked awesome for the Dolphins offense. It really did.
Yep.
Nobody could argue against that, But in that second half, problems did arise. Problems that should leave everybody concerned about what we're going to see going forward. Not saying they can't be solved, but
right.
Right.
Yeah, most
Well,
of those
really,
problems are
what
brought
the
on by
problem
injury anyway.
was not doing what got us there. I mean, the fact that we would always give up on the running game way too soon. That was one of the problems. The fact that we stopped spreading the ball around to so many people. That was a
There it
problem.
is. There you go. Just
That's
like
due
Harvey
to
said,
injury.
man. Everybody, let's
And
welcome.
injuries.
Let's welcome Mr. Negative. What's going on, Mr. Negative?
Hi, Mr. Negative.
Hey,
You
Mr.
stole
Negative,
my
how are you?
nickname. You stole my nickname.
And ladies,
KP.
how's everyone today?
Pretty good. We talked a little bit
Not
about this.
panicking.
Not panicking. Yeah, we talked a little
No,
about the Tyreek
listen,
situation.
let it play out. Just let it play out. See what happens.
No,
Mr.
but even
Negative, be real, man. You already panicking. Be real, Mr. Negative.
Mr. Negative.
Well, see, Dave, I've seen all this
I don't know.
before, watching football.
Mr. Negative, was it you who called the police?
Me? I wish I
He was all up in that.
Well, Mr. Negative, you're basically on Twitter with the guys, but I haven't really heard your perspective on everything. What's your thoughts?
My thoughts on this are I'm just going to let it play out because, I mean, I remember, and I'm not trying to compare the two situations, but I remember everyone was, making conclusions about Deshaun Watson or whoever. I mean, we've seen before these players getting into, a little stuff off the field and then whatnot. And in all seriousness, all whatever aside, I just let it play out. I mean, the law is handling it. The investigation is apparently wrapped up, but I mean, it's up to the gentleman if he wants to, press charges. And by what I read today,
He did.
He's
He
going
did. He did.
out. And
He did.
we'll see what happens. My worry is the NFL, right? The NFL, I mean, Tyreek has a history, regardless of what, has happened in the past. I think he plea bargained one of the issues back in 2014, and then the other one in 2019, they didn't see fit to, I guess, pursue it. And now we have this. So the NFL doesn't need a whole lot of reasons to, investigate in regards to their conduct policy. So, I mean, hopefully, if it's a suspension, it's not a long one, a game or two, I guess. And
Mr. Negative, it won't happen until after the season is over anyway.
Yeah, that's a possibility, and then it'll apply next year. So I mean, we'll have to wait and see, right? I mean,
We ain't worried about next year, this year.
no, yeah, this is the year we have to worry about because I mean they've gone all in. I mean, for this year, so that is.
Oh, that's a great point. Now more than ever, no more excuses, right, everyone? Can we be in agreement with that?
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that's
Mr.
been an
Negative,
agreement,
earlier I was reading an article from the Miami Herald, and the police report did not match what the so-called victims' witnesses said. It didn't match at all. So
Right.
what they were saying was not included in the police report. And they also said that someone that was thought to be Tyreek Hill. So
Right.
they're not even saying it was him. It could have been a guy with him.
Well, yeah,
And
that's
that
why
there were two women that the people that worked at the marina, there was two women that they were yelling at.
Right.
So it was a, kind of take up for someone type situation.
Right. So I mean, I think it boils down to what's on the video, right? Like apparently they have video of this occurrence. So I mean, it all comes down to what's on the video. I mean, I work at a casino. I've been doing it for 23 years, and I work surveillance. So I mean, we always just go to the coverage. The coverage doesn't lie; it tells everything. And until you can really look at the coverage and see what's what, I mean, that's what you basically go on. So once that coverage is released, and I'm sure the NFL is going to have a look at it. The police have already done so, and just go from there, right? Because it'll collaborate. It'll collaborate the story of the victim, and it'll collaborate the story of Tyreek. So I mean, and his party that was at the marina. So really, it's just a wait and see. So we're getting all panicky and whatnot really is just kind of a waste of energy, in my opinion. So.
Well, and the whole thing sounds pretty lame because one of the things that was in the police report was that the victim, and I put that in quotes, had no visible injuries, nothing.
Yeah.
And also, they never called the police. The police never came to the marina.
No.
The guy didn't call the police until the next day.
So has it been confirmed that what Tyreek apparently said, that he could buy the boat and the guy or whatever?
Well, that's what came out on the police. That's what the police thing came out on Bleacher Report.
That's not a good look for. I mean, Tyreek's basically saying like, I'm above you, you're beneath me, and it's like it's not a good look. I mean, I get it. I mean, the guy could buy the marina and probably about 10 others, but I mean, you just don't say that, right? So I don't think that's a good look for him.
Well, what if he said it because the guys were implying? Wait, what if he said it because the guys were implying that he didn't belong there and he couldn't afford to be on a boat like that, not realizing who he was?
That's a great.
So then, in turn, I would turn around and tell you, bro, I play for the Dolphins. I can buy this shit.
Yeah, again, I mean, it's all optics, I guess, and it's he said sort of deal, and again, they're just going to unravel it and just hope the NFL, is quick.
Excuse me, sir, you don't belong here. Get away from here.
Yeah.
Well, and I do have to tell you that apparently, according to the article, that they said they weren't going to rent a boat because it was too expensive. That's what the person, the head over the marina said.
You said too expensive for Tyreek?
Well, that's what they said. That's what she said. The head of the marina said that. So now, if you think about the fact of what Tyreek said, maybe those guys did say something like, oh, you can't even afford a boat, blah, blah, blah. And then that's when Tyreek said what he said.
Yeah.
For him to just say that for no reason doesn't make a lot of sense. Could he have done it? Yes.
Excuse me, sir. You cannot afford to step on here, please. Thank you.
Exactly.
I agree with that.
And they were screaming at the two women that they didn't belong there. That's what the article said. There was more to the article. I didn't read like the whole thing out loud, but
were the two women part of Tyreek Hill posse, or like were they with them with the group, or?
Yes.
It didn't seem to be clear in the article, but I believe that was what it was.
Okay.
And those guys, other people have said they've been to that marina, and that the guys that work there can be really rough and not real nice.
Has anyone here on the panel gone to that marina?
Yeah, bro. The problem is dropping off boats there when you go during the morning and during like past the 11 o'clock. Trucks over there trying to drop off boats on that port. It's a pain in the ass. That's where a lot of people get into fights, and you see a lot of people get guns pulled out on them.
Oh wow!
Trucks bumping into trailers, hitting trailers. trucks hitting trailers. It gets full. They got a lot of sand. Like what do they call it? Sand lots. What do you call that?
Yeah.
Where the people hang out.
There's a ton of legal issues
Oh,
every day at that
beaches,
port.
like the little beach sandbars.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sandbars. Yeah, they got a lot of sandbars and all over now. Everybody goes out there with the yachts and stuff to hang out. It's been packed.
It's
And
like
people go
KP
out there
said.
with cameras just to film all the craziness too.
Yeah, it's like KP says. It's a hot spot for Miami. Like if you have a boat, you're taking it to haul over. If you have a boat, you're taking it to haul over in Miami.
Not to change the subject, but what's the latest on Dalvin Cook? I'm hearing the Jets made a 2-year offer, like for 22 million, like total.
Ooh.
Well, no,
I already called D Hop, bro. He called D Hop, told D Hop, bro, let's work together, bro.
I was on a chat, and Mo went into a space. He was pointing out that the Jets, I guess, have went up to like 10 million. Then there's incentives in the deal. That's what they are willing to go, I guess. But Miami's only willing to go to like 6 million. He was saying. So I'm just wondering if anyone else has heard anything along, those lines.
I told you guys, the Jets got a lot of money to play with.
We heard some BS yesterday that it was a done deal. He was a Miami Dolphin on a 2-year, $21 million deal.
That's what you've heard.
That's what we all heard yesterday. Andreas was there. Somebody, again, it's smoke screen season. We're gonna hear a lot of BS, but I think we all, even a person like me that really wants Dalvin Cook, I am completely against getting him for anything over $8 million. So if you're telling me 10.5 million, no, that's bad.
Right. I just worry that it's going to cost us, like, say, players like Connor or Zach Seiler.
Oh, yeah.
And we can't get rid of them. Yeah, we can't. That is just like a no.
Yeah,
I agree. 1,000% I agree.
Yeah. I mean, Dalvin at a very good rate, absolutely. Sign me up for Dalvin at a good price. But if it's going to cost us other players at other positions, I'm against that. So
I agree.
Who wants to be a jester? Who wants to play with them? Seriously.
No, I mean you gotta.
I can see it, but
So we were talking about this today. Like, obviously it's the Jets, New York, right? But they play in Jersey, so
right.
You got to go by the Jersey state tax. And from what I've been told, there's still something substantial. It's not as quite as New York, but it's still pretty high.
Right.
So if the Jets offer something around, let's say 10, right, mil, that would be somewhere around us would be what, like 6.5, 6? That would be equivalent to us, right?
Yeah.
Something like that, right? So he has to factor that in. And what we were talking about is you got to factor in he has a home in Miami. So you got to factor in he has to get an apartment in New York, cost of living, all that. Even though he's made money his whole career, you got to factor all that into the expenses as far as what he's going to spend, even if it's a 1-year deal.
The state income tax alone versus the fact that Florida does not have a state income tax. And, I know Miami has got higher cost of living, but Jersey, oh my Lord, really, really high, expensive cost of living.
I want to say something because a lot of people keep asking me this question. So again, I'm going to go back to, I'm going to say my coworker. Okay. I asked her any updates on Dalvin Cook. I asked her this morning, and I actually didn't tell anybody in the space. He has received multiple offers, but he is willing to hear offers from, I hate to say this one because a lot of people don't believe it might happen and you don't think it's realistic, but the Patriots are in play. The Patriots are in play.
Wow.
The Patriots are definitely one of the teams in play, and that, he's had private conversations with the family, and I'm just disclosing stuff, and I'm sure it's probably out in the media. Somebody has reported it before the Patriots were interested, but he has received offers from the Patriots, and it's part of the because they're saying it's Jets and us. The Patriots are involved as well as far as the money.
Patriots love to use more than one back. You guys know that.
Yeah, their epitome is like they're all about running back by committee.
And again,
If you look back though, they've had Corey Dillon, they've had premier backs before.
And when you get offers, it only makes sense to look at everything and, lay it out there. But dang, if you could be a Dolphin, a Cheatria, or a Jester, you're gonna pick a Dolphin.
And
And he's
Stacks,
a
like
Miami guy.
to answer Stacks, he says weird because I guess we're referring to me. So because I said if he's released, it's a 99.96% chance he's a Dolphin. Now that is part of the reason why he is not in a hurry. He's trying to get a bit more than what he's been offered. Again, there hasn't been any concrete evidence that the Dolphins offered him 4.5. There's nothing in writing or anything anybody actually coming out in Dolphins, like not even working directly with the Dolphins. I'm talking about our media guys. Anybody reporting that we did offer 4.5. What I've been told, he is torn. He is a bit upset as far as the situation he is in. Now, that could be in part because, yes, he expected to receive 10 or maybe more in the market, and obviously the market is not dictating that. And again, that's why we keep bringing up the July 17th situation, because that is the deadline for franchise tags. So guys like, Jacobs and what's his name, Barkley, Saquon Barkley, they have to see what they're going to do with their franchise tag. Are they going to sit? Are they going to hit the market? So if they hit the market, it resets the market. And now Dalvin, this is part of what Cap for Life was bringing up a couple of days. If these guys go into the market, which I doubt they will, but if they go back into the market, then at that point, now you're talking about now Dalvin has to fight for other people as far as money. Now, Dalvin is holding his cards. He is saying he is not in a rush. That's why I don't think we're going to hear anything significant on him signing with anybody, because at the end, ultimately, he wants to be a Dolphin, and he's waiting to see if the Dolphins actually come to the table with a little bit more money. It might not be 10, because I don't think he deserves 10 as far as what our needs. Like you said, we have other pressing needs. But if the Dolphins give him something closer to the 6 million, which I think will get it done, and if the Dolphins go up that 1.5 mil, he will be a Dolphin. That would be at 6 million, whether it's a 1-year deal or 2-year guaranteed. He will be a Dolphin. Now they have to come up on that price, and that's what I've been. And again, this is direct family from him. He is torn, and he's trying to stay away from family when it comes right now, because a lot of he has family that are Dolphin fans. He has families that are Cowboy fans. And he's trying to stay away from the family as much as possible because he doesn't want too much influence. He wants to make this decision, but he wants to be a Dolphin. He's just torn right now on his decision. That's coming directly from the family.
That's very cool.
Yeah, man. It's pretty much it can help him, or it can dilute it, or make it worse.
Let's say that scenario plays itself out, Batman, and that we do grab Cook. What happens next? What happens to our running back room and its integrity? Who goes? Who stays? Because in my opinion, I think if we sign Cook, we've got to reshape that running back committee comprehensively.
Yes. Yeah. So there's rumors. Me and Color, we've talked about. We've both heard that the Cowboys are interested in Raheem Mostert. I personally like Raheem. I want him to be part of his rotation. But if the Cowboys are willing to give us a pick, and we do have all these guys on a 1-year deal, I'm willing to trade Raheem to the Cowboys, even if it's a 5th rounder or 6th. Just get something out of him. You have an A-chain in the background. You still have a Wilson. I think Gaskins is going to get cut. I think Ahmed is really high regarded by the Dolphins. I see him making this 53. I don't see him even hitting the practice squad. A lot of people say we'll run with 3. We'll stash one in the practice squad. I think Ahmed's going to make this team no matter what. And I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to call him RB1 and stuff like I usually do, but he is very good, and the Dolphins hold them in a high regard. So I can see a Raheem Mostert getting traded, or Jeff Wilson. But I think the Cowboys.
I think both of them are gone. If you bring in Cook,
what do the Cowboys have that we would want?
No, it's picks. It would have to be a pick. Yeah, just a pick. Because we would have a loaded running back room. We would have a completely loaded running back room with Cook.
So you think they would let the 2 veterans go and keep these younger guys on the roster?
Yeah, my opinion, I think you have to deal both Mostert and Wilson, because neither of those guys would be in a position at this stage in their career where they just want to sit down and not get carries, and that's likely going to be the case if you bring in Dalvin Cook, because I don't care what you say, he is not. His talent is such that he will not command a role in a committee. A guy like that needs to be your number one running back. Period. Maybe next year, 2 years down the line, Dalvin Cook can be somebody in a committee, but he's good enough to be your premier back, your lead back. He's one of the few running backs that still demands that kind of respect.
I agree, and I'm opposed to the whole getting rid of both, only because the running back position, you have injuries and happens a lot, and we've been very unfortunate with that too. So I wouldn't be opposed. Like, for example, you're telling me I don't think Raheem would command a third, but let's say you can get a fourth for Raheem, and you get a sixth for Jeff, right? Is that 6th round pick worth it? Like, is it worth it? Like, I'd rather keep Jeff Wilson in the rotation in case of an emergency than get a 6th for him. You get me? You get what I mean?
I'd rather keep for depth because Dalvin has had injury concerns, throughout his career. So you need that insurance, right?
Yeah, and I like A-Chain. But like Mo said, we got to temper our expectation with A-Chain.
Yeah, he's
a rookie. This will be his team in the coming years. But
well, I mean, I can say the same thing about tempering our expectations on Cook. I mean, I've been hearing a lot about Leonard Fournette. What's your thoughts on Leonard Fournette?
Leonard Fournette is just basically something he said. Leonard Fournette came out and said the Dolphins have the most loaded roster in the league. And listen, even us fans, some of us come out and say that too. I think we got the second best roster in the league, by far the best Dolphin roster I've ever seen. But that's just Leonard Fournette trying to find a home. Like we talked about yesterday, he's played in the state of Florida his whole life. Well, in the NFL. And he Jacksonville, Tampa, and now he wants to be in Miami. He's used to the weather. He would be. I get a good credit to G because he brought this up a couple of days ago. Leonard Fournette would be an awesome acquisition. I mean, I'm going to be 100% honest with everybody. If Dalvin Cook signs with another team, I don't think the Dolphins are going to pursue any other running back. They're going to go into training camp. They're going to go into the preseason, and they're going to roll with what we have. In case something happens with somebody we have, or we don't have production, at that point, they will pursue a guy like Leonard Fournette or somebody else. But I don't think the Dolphins are going to pounce on anybody else if Dalvin is not the basically what we're looking for, our target. I don't think we're going to get for Fournette unless we get an injury or the production in the offseason is not what they expect. Then at that point they'll pursue a Fournette. What's his name from Kareem Hunt? They'll pursue some of these guys that are probably going to still be in the market.
Yeah, that's some interesting takes. It really is. Like I think all it shows is we really don't know. We just don't know. Well,
and I agree with G. You're talking about Miles Jack. Listen, when Fangio came out a couple of weeks ago and he was talking about the linebacker room, or he was talking about the defense, and he said that he doesn't feel very comfortable in certain position groups. If we put 2 and 2 together, the guy that we picked up off of undrafted, the linebacker, Aubrey Miller, right? He has not shown anything out of this world for us to be like, goo goo gaga over. He's a project. I think the Dolphins are going to continue to see what he has to offer, but the linebacker room is really thin right now, and especially with what's his name from the Titans, the one that we picked up.
Lee, right?
Long.
Long, yeah, Long.
David Long. David Long is, he got that little injury on his hamstrings. He's been an injury-prone linebacker. That Miles Jack, I wanted Miles Jack since he was in Jacksonville, right? I'm not talking about when he was in Pittsburgh last year. I'm talking about since he was in Jacksonville. I wanted Miles Jack here. I think he's a solid piece. He's young, 27, I believe, 28 years old. He's a solid linebacker, will not be very expensive. I think you could bring him in here, let him compete. He might even be a starter, man. I mean, I don't get how this man is still out there, and if we bring him in, it won't cost
It's
much.
the injuries, man. It's like Bud Dupree. Bud Dupree, same type of guy in my eyes. These
Yeah,
guys are beasts. They're monsters, man. But they just get hurt at the wrong time every year.
yeah, exactly. But I'd rather bring in a guy now, let him get into the system, and then that way learn the system. There you go. Learn the system, and then that way we don't have to worry about bringing a guy in the middle of the season, get him to learn the playbook. Bring him in now, man. Miles Jack is a stud, bro. He's a beast. I mean, what's it gonna cost you? 2.5 mil, maybe 3? We're talking about a monster.
I don't know, man, but I don't want to go back and reverse on this New England Patriot thing. But do they have enough money to get D Hop and Cook?
You're talking about the New England Patriots?
Yeah.
I gotta check the numbers. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. I know that they spent some money a couple years ago.
All they need is what? Receiver and I guess a running back if you think about it. But I'm just wondering if the numbers work in their favor because last thing we need is something out of the blue to come up and just say, all right, well the AFC East just opened up. You know what I mean? Like, I'm intrigued by that.
Well, let's welcome back KP. I think KP said he was going to check something. Go ahead, KP.
No. I just got disconnected temporarily, so.
Oh, okay. No. We were talking about we were talking about Miles Jack. I think he's solid, man. I know a lot of people supposedly when he was on the exit last year in Jacksonville, they were putting his name down. He wasn't that good. He lost a step. I mean, he's a solid piece. I think he signed for a bag of Skittles when he went to Pittsburgh. I would love Miles Jack in this rotation in his linebacker room. I think it would help it or improve it, definitely. And you don't have to rely on some of these younger guys. I keep hearing great things about the Miami guy, the outside linebacker, that the guy we got undrafted. I keep hearing that's the name that I keep hearing over and over and over again.
You talking about the guy from Jackson State?
No, from Miami. From the U.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the guy from Miami, yeah.
Yeah, I keep hearing great things about that guy, and he's showing out in camp, and we don't know who's going to make the team. I'm being hopeful, but, he's showing signs. He's a good outside linebacker, and he's constantly putting pressure on the O-line. Again, Armstead is not there. We get it. But he's putting pressure out there for an undrafted guy. He's doing what he needs to do to make this team, and you can't knock a guy for that.
Listen, is there clarification on was it David Long's injury? Is that the name of our new middle linebacker?
Yeah, from Tennessee.
What's the status on his injury?
So he tweaked it.
Well, we don't got an update, but he had a tweak on his hamstring. But ever since he tweaked it, then training camp ended. We haven't heard any updates because obviously he's not reporting to the facility or anything like that. But he's suffered from this before, so. Hamstrings. So we know a guy here in Miami that was here for many years with hamstring issues. So
where's Crypto?
Where's Crypto? But look, Miles Jack is a solid piece, man. Look, if I'm being honest with everybody, I want Cook, right? I want Cook because me and Cat for Life have been wanting this go-to perennial 3-down running back on this team longer than I've known Cat for Life, but we both share that love for the 3-down back. Again, I know that that's not part of this rotation, but listen, the San Francisco, they got CMC, so they went away from that logic. You get what I mean? Dalvin Cook is that special player, but if you have to overpay, no, I'm not bringing him in. I'll put my focus in, get Connor in the building, giving him a long-term deal. Even if it's 3-year deal, I'm bringing in Connor.
Has anybody heard anything on that? That's been very quiet.
No, it's been quiet. Very quiet. But I'm bringing Connor back. I'm trying to do my best with Zyler, Wilkins, and then whatever's left. I look at a Miles Jack. I wouldn't mind looking at another defensive tackle for rotation or a defensive lineman just for rotation. I I like our secondary. I like our safeties. Um, I wouldn't mind another piece on the O line. I don't think anybody here will fight me for that. Um, but it's a wait and see, man. I think the Dolphins, for the most part, are comfortable. And basically, Dalvin Cook is holding the Dolphins offseason hostage for right now. That's just where I'm at.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't go that far into thinking that. Like, I don't think he makes or breaks us this offseason. I really don't.
But I think it's holding them off. It's holding us off from doing what we have to do with our guys.
Dalvin Cook he's definitely moving in his own self-interest, as he should.
Yeah, that has nothing to do with us. We can do whatever we want. Like you said, like
point, though,
we have options.
Yeah, we do. You know, as an organization, we always have options. But
Cap, you got a little bit of feedback. Cap, if you could drop off and come back, you got a little bit of feedback, Cap.
Okay, yeah. At this stage, the Dolphins probably have a timeline, an internal timeline for when they would want to make a decision on Cook. And then once we pass that threshold, if ain't nothing happened, it just ain't gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? We won't know.
I agree.
But the team has their own timeline, and you're right. Right now, up until training camp starts, I think it's probably how long this thing could play out. But we'll see.
And again, like, oh wow, NBA trade Chris Paul to the Warriors. Hang on. Did I read that right?
Well, they had to deal Chris Paul somewhere, right?
Dubs trade Poole. Warriors finalizing deal to acquire Chris Paul for Jordan Poole and future draft assets. So Chris Paul going to the Warriors. Holy shit.
He had been traded somewhere else, right? Like last week.
Yeah, like
It's Washington.
Hang on. Washington, yeah.
Washington, right. And they were either going to buy him out or, he was going to get his release anyway. So this makes sense. Perfect place for him to back up, and still have a shot. So.
Wow, Chris Paul trying to get a ring for real, trying to break the curse. But anyway, but yeah, what I'm trying to tell everybody's asking what's going on with Dalvin, what's going on with Wilkins. Once we hear what the move is going to be on Dalvin, where he goes, it's going to be a domino effect for a lot of players, not just our own, but a lot of players in the league, a lot. And things are going to start moving. The cogs are going to start moving again, and you're going to see maybe we get news of a Christian Wilkins deal maybe the same day or the day after we hear about Cook wherever he goes. We're going to hear something. I mean, it ain't going to take long. We're going to start seeing a domino effect.
I think it's pretty plausible that Cook does want to be here, but like you said, it's a numbers thing at this point. A guy of his talent demands respect at a certain level, at least from his point of view, right? And he sells himself short if he takes that lower number, so.
But at the same time, you got to look at everything. I'm just speaking for myself, but if I'm Cook, right, and I'm not trying to be funny with the whole Tua thing, but you're telling me I get to go home, and home happens to have a Super Bowl caliber team. It's not going to take long for me to be like, all right, it's the numbers game. You offered 4.5. Can you give me 5? Can you give me 5.5? You get what I mean? Like, that's just where I'm at. How are you?
Yeah. I mean, you make a compelling argument, but we'll see, man. Money talks. Money tends to talk, and like you said, the shelf life for a running back is short, so you got to factor that in too. If a team's willing to pay him $11-12 million, even with the state taxes, he ends up with 7-8. That makes a big difference between our 5.5 to 6.5.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But you're right, man. Dalvin Cook he's born and raised in Dade. He's a legend in this county. As one of the greatest high school running backs of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Although he wasn't a two. I forget the name of the other guy that was with him, who was really good too, who didn't go on to pro success, but he was part of a duo that's legendary. here in Miami-Dade County, for those who don't know. Then he goes on to Florida State and establishes himself there in the echelon of great backs that Florida State has produced. And then he's really tore up the NFL except for his problematic shoulder. I mean, without the shoulder injury, we'd be talking about Dalvin Cook in a totally different way. For those who I've been trying to make that point on my appearances on these shows, that Cook's talent and production when healthy is he would be on a Hall of Fame trajectory right now, and that's not an exaggeration. He's that good. He is that good. But like you pointed out, Mr. Negative, that shoulder injury is degenerative and it ain't going away. So that is a knock against him, but his talent is the kind that can put a team like the Dolphins over the top if everything we projected about Tua is true.
Let me ask
I would
question.
suggest that. Yeah,
that shoulder has he? I know he got operated in February, right? But has he ever gotten surgery on it before?
I think so.
He had a couple of years ago.
I think he had what? He had an ACL injury, I think, before that, and the shoulder started acting up.
Yeah, the shoulder's a new injury, right? It's a
it's not. 2-3 years ago, he had the shoulder issue, and he played with a harness on. I remember as Minnesota was making a playoff run. So this shoulder thing is something that he's faced. In fact, I think if you look, it goes back even to college with the shoulder issue, which is not uncommon for a lead running back, by the way.
Yeah, a torn labrum ain't no joke, man. That's connected to the rotator cuff. You try to extend that ball with your shoulder, it can pop out of place numerous times.
You can play with it. It's just extremely painful. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But having a stinger, a degenerative stinger, versus, shoulder separation versus, torn stuff up in there, that stuff as a running back is part of what you face as a running back. So
check it. Look, I was off for a little while. I don't know if I sound any better or not. If I don't, I'm sorry.
You do.
Well, in the short time that I was off, I saw the Big O. The Big O was on for a little while. And, yeah, man, he's saying that pretty much, like, this is not over with, man, because if Tyreek Hill is – they say they have, like, he say, she say stuff about him boat hopping from one boat to the other and, I guess, fishing – for fish that were not supposed to be fished in season or whatnot. Like, they're throwing a whole bunch of crap out there now. They're saying a whole bunch of stuff. Like, the narratives are being flinged out there. Like, and I was afraid of this. Like, they're trying to make it look worse than what it is, and that's what I didn't like. But it's starting to happen now. And he's saying, the investigation might be over, but the NFL still has their own internal investigation.
Yep.
And since he has a past history, it's not going to help him. So. Yeah. I mean, the Big O usually doesn't say anything. He brushes stuff off like he's done that before with the Xavier Howard stuff, like no big deal, whatever. But he's saying that this thing can really linger now if there is a video out there showing it.
Yep. That's true. But granted, this should be a minor incident by all the details we've discussed. But
no, he said he can get suspended. Yeah, he can get suspended because the NFL still has to do their internal investigation.
There's a bigger context. Yeah, absolutely.
Let's welcome D1 and Q. What's going on, guys?
What up?
Perfect. The men of the hour right here.
Everybody.
The Steelers fan is here.
Hey, what's up, KP?
What's up, Q?
What's up, Q?
Not much, man. Hey, Batman. I just want to come up here and give you some info on Miles Jack, bro. I know you're inquiring about Miles Jack. Man, the dude he underperformed last season, to be honest. The dude was poor against the run and worse against the pass. And to be honest, Devin Bush outperformed him. I'm not saying he might not be better here or in Miami, but I'm just saying that was his performance as of last year.
So he's lost a step.
He's lost a step. So something about his game wasn't right. It didn't look the way it used to back when he was in Jacksonville.
You think it was Flores?
No, I don't think it was Flores. I think it was just him. Because if anything, Devin Bush played better last year, but you know the issues he had with the Steelers, right? So they couldn't just sign him yet. But yeah, Devin Bush, he played better.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm gonna put down some info right now about someone else where the Steelers are inquiring about. I just want to get the get y'all juices flowing and get the conversation going about that. Right now, the Steelers are the talks, the rumors right now around the Steelers community is Isaiah Simmons.
I heard that
Maybe
too about the
that's
Dolphins. I just don't see it being realistic.
oh okay.
So,
Yeah,
what are
well
you hearing
that's
about
the
Isaiah
that's
Simmons?
yeah. Well, the Steelers are inquiring about him allegedly. So and
He's in
Arthur
Arizona,
Moats,
right?
Arizona, yeah.
what? Yeah,
Yeah,
Arizona. Yeah,
Arizona.
there's
And they're willing to
something
move
going
him.
on with his contract. Yeah, something going
Yeah.
on with his contract.
Yeah,
They
he
don't want
wants
to
a
pay
deal.
him.
They don't want to pay him.
Him.
He wants a deal.
Okay.
Safety / linebacker. He's a monster.
Yeah.
He's a hybrid.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
no,
like him.
the only knock I have against him is he's not your typical, stature type of linebacker where that big body dude would normally engage the lineman, but he's very elusive. He has agility, agile dude. He could make plays and yeah, man.
You know what he
I think
reminds
he'd
me
be
of,
good.
and I hope I don't disrespect Miami Dolphin fans, but he reminds me of athletic Jeremiah Bell. That's what he reminds me of. He's a
A good
hard hitter.
comparison to him is the same guy at UM right now, James Williams. He's big enough to be a linebacker, but he's playing safety. You know what I'm saying?
And that's where they played him most is in the nickel. They played him more like a safety than a linebacker.
Yeah.
He's a hybrid, but he's a hard hitting safety / linebacker.
He's the kind of linebacker that projects to this future NFL, this passing
Yes.
league. But whenever the game gets traditional, he's going to suffer.
God forbid he catches somebody in that slot. Oh God.
Yeah.
God forbid, whoever that slot receiver is. But D1, talk to us, man. How do you feel about this whole Tyreek thing? I mean, people making something out of nothing, and some people over exaggerating. Some people calling it. How do you feel if the guy identifies as a woman, according to Pete? Yeah. According to Pete, like what if the guy identifies as a woman? Tyreek is suspended for the year. Yeah, all this nonsense.
I think people are blowing this out of proportion. I don't think what he did is enough to be suspended. Honestly, to be honest, like for all the people that are trying to blow this up, I just think they're pieces of shit and they're scared. That's all I believe. They're scared.
And again, I got to give credit to Marino's GOAT because he bought the facts, right?
Mhm.
With the new NFLPA rules, right? They can't suspend nobody until whatever is being accused of is settled in court, whatever it is,
Mhm.
and they make everything goes through, and
If this don't go to court,
that
it's
process
gonna
could
take
take
till next
9.
year.
Exactly. So it ain't gonna even
Like
mess with this year. It's not.
it's like exactly. So it's like I don't think it's a big deal. Even I think probably if anything is a settlement, they'll settle out of court. Like I really don't think it's a big thing. I just think our rivals are just looking for anything because we've had a quiet off season for the Dolphins. It's been fairly quiet when it comes to off the field issues and shit like that, as opposed to the Bills and the Diggs drama. And the fractured relationship between him and Josh Allen, where there's the Jets and them not, Quentin Williams not showing up to camp and them still having to pay him and all this other shit. And with the Patriots, with Jack Jones bringing guns on the plane. So compared to all of that, like we've had a quiet off season. And I think people are just trying to balloon this situation into something to where they think he's going to get suspended, which they believe is going to stop us from winning. I think they're smoking crack. I think y'all are afraid of what the Dolphins are going to do to y'all this year, and stop praying for another man's downfall, especially another black man's downfall. So that's all I got to say about it.
Hey, real quick, shout out to Andres. He sent me Dalvin Cook. I guess on Sirius XM radio, and I'm quoting right now what Dalvin Cook mentioned. All right, As a running back, you look for a certain scheme, and I know the scheme that I'm good in, and that's the outside zone, and that's what the Miami Dolphins run. So it's like,
Exactly.
it'd be a perfect fit. And the
That's
run,
Like
like you
specific.
said,
I
speed.
said, it makes
That's some
sense. Cook
specific
coming
talk right there.
to Miami just makes sense for all parties. No, depending on what they're trying to offer him in the contract. Like it just makes sense. You want to be you want to be on a contender. You want to be back home. You're going somewhere with no fucking state tax. Like you will make our running back room one of the best in the league if you come here.
And he wants to come to Miami too.
See, that hurts
I
his
know he wants to
bargaining
come here.
position, though. That hurts his bargaining position with the Dolphins because they know that. They know he wants to come here.
So
They
then
know
that's his fault. Then KP, why was he on this from
Yeah.
February to May?
I agree.
On social media, oh Miami, I want to go to Miami, or even his
Yeah.
agent, like even his agent was
He's
making
hurting
it a
himself
thing.
the more he expresses that. 100%.
Like you, it's like it's either you really want to be here or you used us for leverage for another team, which I highly doubt that. I doubt that we are those Dolphins anymore, where stars just use us as leverage for another team to pay them more.
Yeah.
I agree, Dolphins realtor. But hey, that's big news. I mean, look, we've known about it. Like I said, I spoke to his immediate family, and him coming out on a Sirius XM radio and saying perfect fit for him is Miami because this is what we run and that's what he's good at. He's just telling Miami, step up your offer a little bit, and I'm yours. He's literally telling Miami that. Step up your
What's
offer.
the offer? What's the offer? What have the Dolphins offered?
It's nothing is concrete, but the BS rumors people are putting out there is $4.5 million.
Oh man, then he ain't coming here.
He ain't coming here
That's
for
an insult.
that.
That's
He
an
ain't coming
insult.
here for
Like
that.
If I was him, I couldn't come here for that.
he gotta meet us in the middle. If you really want to be here, you gotta meet us somewhere in the middle. Well,
He looking for that
I think
retirement
Six will
money.
get it done.
He
I
looking
think
for that
Six will get it done.
retirement money, bro.
I think Six will get it done. I think Six he would sign today. If he got Six, he would sign today.
Yeah. Or he'll take it and just want to wait till training camp.
I mean, it sucks.
I give
but
you
yeah.
6.5 with incentives. I mean, what? Like 6.5 with some incentives.
I hate the Dolphins when it comes to incentives. I mean, didn't they screwed up Ted? I think no, they screwed up. Was it Kenny Stills? I think they did it to Parker one year. Landry for sure got hit once. Every time you play for incentives, Miami pulls the rug right under your feet.
Yeah.
I've
Every
seen it happen.
franchise does that. Every franchise does that.
Mm-hmm.
Any way they can save some money, they're gonna do. They're gonna, that's in the back of their minds.
Mm-hmm. Like
And
if
you
you
can't.
really, and he already got the bag. Like, why does he need to get the bag again? I mean, I'm all for people getting their money, but it's the running back market. What is he waiting for Saquon to sign? Is he waiting for Josh Jacobs to sign or something to see what they get?
That's why people are saying July 17th because that's when the franchise tag deadline is, and the market could get reset if these guys get released back into free agency. I don't think it's gonna happen.
He's doing exactly what he needs to do, man. Right now, his agent is advising him. Let's just wait and see if the Dolphins crack. Let's wait and see if the Fins crack.
But we don't need to crack, KP.
Yeah,
we can run it back with the RB room that we have now, plus the rookie. We can run it back. It's just that Dalvin Cook just puts the cherry on top.
Right.
You know,
right.
What's going on, Trey?
What's up, everybody? What's good,
What's
man?
up, man?
Hey, look, I
What
just
up,
came
Trey?
up real quick. I just came up real quick to ask, did y'all see the tweet or whatever about Dalvin being on XM Radio this morning?
Yeah, I just said it right now.
Oh, okay. All right.
What was the
Basically
tweet?
said that there's a perfect scheme. Miami's a perfect scheme for him, and that he would love. Basically, let me read the whole thing. Hold on, because I was driving when I read that. Hang on.
Well, why is he naming Miami? You do like other teams run the outside zone.
Yeah. Why would he
I
say
mean,
that though?
but
This got me
the
thinking. Why would he
Pacers
even
want.
tweet that? Why would he go on radio and say some stuff like that?
Yeah,
I
Maybe it's
agree.
just
So this is
maybe
what
it's
he
an
said.
apology. Maybe because he's getting ready to sign with somebody else and he's trying to apologize to his Miami fans.
Why he need to apologize to
KP.
us for? He's not a Miami Dolphin. He don't need to apologize to fans he never played
But
for.
he does have support in his community, though. To those people who wanted to see him on his team.
All right. So there's more context to it. Let me read the whole thing. Let me read the whole thing. And again, I'm not trying to be funny. Okay. Shout out to Andres for the tweet. So Dalvin Cook on Sirius XM NFL. As a running back, you look for a certain scheme, and I know the scheme that I'm good in, and that's the outside zone, and that's what the Miami Dolphins run. So it's like, it'd be a perfect fit. And the roster, like you said, speaks for itself. Hold on. He said something more on the possibility of going to Miami. Yeah, it's an exciting situation to go into when you got guys that can stretch the field on the outside. I think that defense is pretty solid to me. Tua Tagovailoa, when he's out on the field, they got a winning record. This is coming from Dalvin Cook. This is not Batman coming out and saying this. This is coming out of his own mouth. So that is huge. That is big news. Big news.
Yeah, but why would he be talking this talk if it's going to hurt his bargaining position? To me, that makes no sense. That's an inconsistency.
But here's
in
the
my
thing,
mind, the
KP.
only reason he would do that is because he's trying to shift the blame, the future blame that's going to come by us not signing him, onto the Dolphins. He's trying to basically say with that, in my opinion, or it's just speculation, but he's trying to say it was the Dolphins' fault why I'm not a Dolphin.
Okay, I can see that.
But we won't get mad because we see he don't need to. He need to be getting that Minnesota. We were going to trade for you, but they wanted to see what they could get. They didn't want to accept what we wanted to offer them. That's them. That's Minnesota's fault, and they got nothing and had to release him. That's their fault. And we wouldn't want to trade for him anyway because of that contract.
Okay, so we got another shout out to Andres. We got another update. So breaking. Now it's official. It says Dalvin Cook and the Dolphins have discussed the contract. They have discussed the contract. So it's not it's not assuming that we did. They have discussed the contract with Dalvin. So an offer has been made to Dalvin. So the cards are on his court.
It doesn't say the numbers, Batman?
No, it doesn't say the numbers.
Of course not. It's not going to say the numbers. Of course not. I think maybe he don't want to take Miami. He don't agree with what Miami offered, and he's waiting for another team. Training camp coming up. Injuries can happen.
Exactly.
And somebody will be desperate enough to pay what he's asking for.
Or
the
allow
source
him to
for
go back
people
to the
asking-
Dolphins and say, I'm going to sign with them for this, unless you change your offer.
The source is
It's
NFL.
leverage.
This is NFL rumors. Like I've heard stuff from them before. The source is NFL rumors on Twitter. I've heard stuff from them, and they're pretty consistent with. Yeah, they're not like some BS Twitter page.
I mean, like I said, I could care less if he don't sign until training camp. I don't need him in all these OTAs on none of this shit. Mini camps, I could care less. As long as he's here for the first day of training camp. And it just makes sense. It just makes sense, yo. It just makes sense. It just makes the most sense for everybody besides maybe what the money they're offering. And we can clear up more cap space by restructuring or re-signing players. So it's which I don't want to do when it comes to restructuring.
I don't want to do that either. I don't want to do that either.
So,
Batman, if you do, let's follow the scenario you gave a little earlier. If you get rid of Ahmed Gaskin, right? How much combined savings do you have right now? That pretty much equals the 4.5.
They're cheap as hell.
Yeah, they're like less than $2 million together.
and
Yeah,
Mostert.
Oh, Monster's like another 2, so it's like
yeah,
4.
bro. The entire
So I'm
running back
saying that's not
room,
4.5 they're offering.
but
The Dolphins are trying to fit him into the slot, the financial slot that would have been created by dealing Mostert and those 2 guys, and then you pick up a guy off the street.
we will want to keep Mostert. If anybody that needs to go, I'm not counting Gaskins in the equation. As far as I'm concerned, the running backs for the Dolphins are, A-Chain, Williams, and Mostert.
Right.
And if anybody who I would want to go with picking up Dalvin Cook is Jeff Wilson. I would want to trade him.
I wouldn't mind trading Wilson and keeping Monster, but I like Ahmed a lot.
Like
I like Ahmed a lot.
Munster is better than Wilson. Even though he's 5 years older than him, Munster is better than Wilson. I'd rather have Munster with the ball in his hand. I'd rather see what the rookie has more than I want to see what Jeff Wilson is going to do for us in another year in the system. And Ahmed, I'd rather see Ahmed out there over Wilson. But I understand Wilson is the different size running back in the running back room. But he has
I respect your view. Mostert definitely is, I guess, more of a big play threat. But I think we undersell what Wilson brings. Wilson is a good back until injured, and the problem is he's always injured. Once he gets the injuries, his effectiveness falls off.
He got fumbling problems, and Niners fans were telling me that the day of when we traded for him, that he fumbles in the most inopportune times, and I told him that's something I would look for, and he did it. Also, his hands. He would drop passes at the most inopportune times. Like, he needs to work on his hand and his body contortment when going after passes.
I like him as a downhill runner when healthy.
That's it.
But I feel you. Yeah.
And I rather, and if we get Cook, like I said, I'd rather have Cook, Munster, and A-Chain, Ahmed.
I can see that, man. The great thing about this conversation, though, is we're going to end up good no matter what happens. Because, like you said, our committee is set already. So
Wilson is better than Ahmed and Gaskins. He may be. I don't know. I don't know. They're like all different type. They're all different running backs. It's like if we were to fit, like, as of right now, what is it, Batman? I think only like maybe 6.8 million is into the running back room for this year as a whole.
Yep.
So say we add Cook another 6.57, that would be 13 million to that running back room. I would want to keep all 4 of them. Dalvin Cook, Munster, Wilson, and A-Chain. I think that will be one of the best running back rooms in the league. Every running back can offer you something different for different situations and different packages. Like, that will be my dream scenario if we were able to keep everybody for this 1 year if we get Dalvin Cook. Because then that means we don't have to run Dalvin Cook in the ground. We don't have to run Munster into the ground, and he gets injured. He's somewhat injury prone. Same thing with Jeff Wilson. It keeps the running back room and the running backs fresh.
Right.
And I just think that makes the most sense if we can.
The only reason I like Wilson in that mix is because when you look at Mostert, A-Chain, and Ahmed as backups, to me they're different, but they all have a same element to them, which is ultimate speed. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Wilson give us that. It's like I don't want to call Wilson a power back. Yeah. Right. Like, Wilson's not a power back.
Right. He's not.
But compared to everybody else in our running back room, he will be that.
Right. He's more the guy we'll run the inside traps with, the lead plays. And I me, I'm a traditional running back guy. I love inside running. That's my thing. But whatever. I can see it both ways. Like I said, I think no matter what the mix ends up being, we have a legitimate plus when it comes to our running back room. So
Filthy Cat said cutting Gaskin and Ahmed saves 2.1 million.
Okay. 2.1 million, and then you deal one of those 2, and then now you're up to 4.5 million. So
I don't need Wilson to lose weight this year, AB. I need him to put weight on.
yeah, what happened to that? Oh, Batman fell off. All right.
Oh, Mr. Negative. What's up, Mr. Negative?
Oh, not much. How are you guys? How are you doing, D1?
I'm all right.
It's good. It's good. No, just waiting on some news for the Dolphins, see what's going on with Dalvin Cook. And it's all
I'm not even, gonna waste my time searching Twitter every 10 minutes to see if we get Dalvin Cook.
Well, I'm not doing that. I just there's so many different stories out there. Like guys have a different take on it, and then another guy's got another source that comes out that's totally.
What are these media guys or just people within our community?
Well, people within our community. I mean, I've heard the Jets now have gone to like a 2-year. They're talking a 2-year deal on an average of $10 million. I don't know how factual that is. I just can't see any
10 million.
Well, I was listening to
we discussed that earlier, actually.
That Dolphins community chat, and I know Mo had like a 16-minute update. It was like a small space.
Mm-hmm.
Talked about, I don't know the exact number, so don't quote me, but it was
2 years, 21.
Thank you. Yeah. So the Jets are apparently really interested because I guess Brees Hall had a setback or something. So now they're at Dalvin a little more. So I mean,
what do you say? Hold on. You said Brees Hall had a setback, or
well, by the sounds of what Jets fans are saying, yeah, it's like there's a Brees Hall put out a tweet that had like a kind of like a sad face or whatever, and it's like cryptic, but I mean, Jet fans are taking it like, oh, he's not going to be ready.
Nah, Mixon, they was telling me he's going to be healthy. He's going to be back in time. All this shit.
See, they shouldn't. This is what I'm talking about. See, we get all this different, perspectives. So I just I don't know what to believe because everyone's got a different take. I don't know.
It's all talk at this stage.
Yeah, it's the off season, right?
I mean, you got Giants. You got up here in Giants country. You got the radio show host, sports jocks talking about getting Dalvin Cook because it'll be a cheaper option than giving Saquon the franchise tag, which they gave him. Like they can rescind it and sign Dalvin. It'll be cheaper.
Yeah, they're not wrong. They're exactly right. They could probably parlay the extra money into another position group.
So that could mean Saquon could possibly be available in less than a month.
Yeah. Well,
once Dolphins fans want Saquon, and he's going to ask for the bag too. Is he worth paying? Like,
I'm hearing Josh Jacobs could be that they could rescind that tag. And I mean, you got the Alabama connection in Miami, so I'm sure Josh Jacobs would love to come to South Florida. I mean, so there's lots of options. It's all wide open.
Yeah. The Dolphins have no reason to extend themselves then. You know
exactly. If we don't draft a running back, then I can see how we'd be in a desperate situation. But we're not. Even though you can't, count on a third-round rookie. But at the same time, I feel as though he can bring something valuable to this offense.
I agree, especially in the pass-catching department.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So we're not desperate. We could just let shit fall. Just let the chips fall.
I think they're really playing this sort of like a cat and mouse game with Dalvin, right? Dalvin, you really want to be here. Okay, this is what we're offering. You say you want to play for a winner. You want to come back home. All these boxes all the checks are, the boxes are checked. Then okay, we'll wait you out. See what's out there for yourself. But you know what? We feel we offer a unique opportunity. How badly do you want to be in Miami? I don't think Miami's going to bid against themselves. So
there's no. It'd be irresponsible for an organization to extend themselves.
And I ain't gonna lie, I wouldn't mind, Fournette here because he brings something different to the running back core.
Right.
If the Dolphin shit falls through.
Yeah, I'm a fan. I wouldn't mind Leonard. He's an excellent back.
Like you could just give me short yardage situations, even though you're not going to just do that. But I could just use you for that, really, in goal line.
Yep, power back. Scratch that off the list. He would answer all those questions.
I thought we would get more goal line runs with Jeff Wilson last year. We didn't do that much. Like, I don't remember him being on goal line a lot, Wilson, and punching it in for a touchdown.
No,
2 yards out.
I don't really think we had that element of short yard. Like the guy just guarantees you get you 1 yard, falls forward, and that was what Fournette would do, for us for sure.
I need that Lusaka Polite, yo. I need that Lusaka Polite.
Oh, now you're going really obscure. That's going back.
I don't even know if Lusaka Polite. I remember the fourth down conversions.
I need that Lusaka Polite this year, bro. Just give it a shot. Because I'm sorry, I do not want us running QB sneaks with Tua. I'm sorry, I don't want it.
Well, no one should
okay.
want that.
Well, despite his jujitsu, man, you don't think his jujitsu has
I don't give a flying fuck. I don't care. Okay, we don't have an O-line. I get a push like that on those type of situations. I do not want him running on 4th and inches, a QB sneak on 4th and inches, or 3rd and inches, or 3rd and 1. No, I'd rather it just be you run with the running back, you run with the fullback, or it's going to be a pass play. You do not QB sneak. I don't want it.
You don't want the Tua in the Matrix, D1?
That's what I'm saying,
No.
man. The jiu-jitsu training has gone to waste.
No, it's not. That helps him in other ways. I don't need him to be in there QB sneaking. I just don't want it. I don't like the QB sneak with any quarterback. There's some quarterbacks that have a knack for it, like Brady. He just had a knack for it. Or is it Brady had a knack for it, or is that Brady always had a top 5 O-line in every year of his fucking career?
It was the O-line.
Well, Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles, they're the epitome of class when it comes to them sneaks now.
But is that because of the O-line? Or is that because, see how we're naming these teams that QB sneak and do it at a high level and convert, but their O-line is most likely top 5?
That's Jason Kelsey. That's who it is. It's that setter.
Connor don't bulldoze like that for them sneaks. Like I saw it 3 times last year. I don't want to see it. Tua got folded in half in that Bills game like a lawn chair before he got hit with the Milano push that gave him a concussion or whatever.
Now, D1, do you think that fullback we have, guy from the Raiders, I forget his name. Do you think he can get us those yards, those tough yards? I mean,
Alec Ingo he's a fullback, but he's not a big fullback.
No.
He's not like he's not like a Patrick Ricard or Kyle Juszczyk type of size.
Right.
He's more of a utility back, honestly.
Yeah.
He's got good feet, but he's a power element.
Solid hands. But I feel as though running, because we ran with him a couple of times last year, and he doesn't push the pile or push, like he'll get enough. He'll get what you need to get most of the time. He'll fight for it. But no. He's no Kyle Juszczyk. He's no it's another fullback that's out there.
Not to change the topic, but to D1, I love your avatar there. That's gold. That's awesome.
Oh man, I didn't have this avatar for like 7 years, and every time somebody compliments me on it, thank you.
That's gold. Yeah, kudos. That's awesome.
People like they never seen Tom Brady get fucked by a dolphin. I tell them just put him in it.
Now I have. I guess like you said, I've seen it all.
Well, I just tell them to put on any Dolphins game in Miami versus the Patriots. You'll see a Dolphin fuck Brady.
Why do you think he always likes to come back to Miami? He knows. He knows it treats him right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Can't beat him, join him. That's what he wanted to do.
That's bestiality, man. Come on, bro.
Hey, does he not kiss his son on the lips?
Well, that's true.
This show's going up there.
I'm just saying. Does he not passionately kiss his sons on the lips?
I tend to turn the channel, but hey.
So do you guys see any other moves happening besides Cook? Do you guys see us maybe picking up an inside linebacker or another O-lineman?
I think once the cuts, I don't like how the cuts are. It was one cut at the end of the season. So it's like you can't even get them, if there's a cut in week 2 of preseason, sign them, try to get them acclimated to what you're running. Right. You got to wait till the final preseason game for cuts and picking up people. So I don't think honestly, at this point in time, rosters are set.
Right.
I mean, you're gonna win or lose with what you have right now and what you're about to go into training camp and see if you need something additional or make a trade for something. But other than that, I think rosters are set. That's why I think, honestly, running backs don't get injured in training camp. You know what I mean? Like out for the year type shit.
Right? They're not doing the extreme hitting and the physical.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I honestly feel as though Dalvin waiting is only going to hurt him more.
Well, I thought Batman made a great point. People are saying that Dalvin might be waiting for the 17th to see if those teams rescind those franchise tags, and then want to see if who sets the market and then what that market looks like. I think it's a bad idea. I think, listen, Dalvin, if you're going to get an offer from Miami, that's where you want to be. I wouldn't mess around with it and just kind of get yourself situated, get in the building, start getting acclimated with the playbook and everything else, and get to know your teammates. I mean, it's to me, what's the point in waiting around any further? I mean, it's
who is Dalvin Cook's agent? Does anybody know? Who's representing?
I'm not sure.
I forgot his name.
He was on Miami Sports Music with Stephen D. I forgot his name though.
Yeah, he was on there.
Oh yeah, that's right. That younger guy. I don't. And that guy doesn't have any other.
You have Dalvin Cook's agent going to Miami Dolphin streams and having interviews, bro. Why are we doing this? Why is he just not a goddamn Dolphin? Like, why are you trying to fuck with us like this? Like, you got, like, who does that? Who has agents going on another team that's interested streams, like a fan stream?
Yeah, that's weird.
I mean, that guy, to be fair, he was jumping on other streams too, doing the same thing, pumping it up that week. That's why I was like, kind of like not too concerned about the aspect of him trying to hype him up here, because that's what they do this time of year.
Yeah,
but it's just funny to see it on different platforms. Like, man, you were just here a week ago, now you're over here.
I guess this new way of pushing a player now by agents, like they go on fan streams and promote and do interviews. Shit. Hey, maybe that's new age way of thinking.
The trainers are doing it. Why not the agents, right?
Isn't that tampering? I mean, yeah, the trainer can. You might as well, right? Nick Hicks do it.
And hey, what's the guy's name in New Orleans Pelicans? Zion's secondhand chick. She out there talking too.
Yeah, but she's trying to hurt his career.
Yeah.
She's trying to put out the sex tape.
Yeah. I'll blow up her OnlyFans. Everybody want to see the OnlyFans now.
It's a damn shame. Hoes forgot how to act like hoes.
You think about it, yeah, man. Every time we get to this point of the season, like around close to training camp, there's always a scandal or a tape coming out to help another team or hurt them. It's the new tactic now.
What if the Miami Heat trade for Zion tonight, man?
Nah, I don't think we're doing anything, bro.
We're not going to do that. But we're the one kind of organization that can help resuscitate that young man's career.
I don't know, man. I don't think the Heat culture with, down here with the nightlife and the clubs and everything else. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. If
I'm talking about like the conditioning that he needs to make himself a player, the mentality. We have the ingredients that he needs to fix his career. I mean, the talent is obviously there, but the weight, the work ethic, all the things wrong with Zion Williamson are what we do well as an organization.
But let's be realistic here. Can you do that with Damian Lillard?
No, Damian Lillard is a finished product. You know what I'm saying? He's coming. You don't got to tell him nothing. Damian Lillard is coming in here and just making your team better.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. But I'm just saying
I would like to think we could probably get Damian Lillard and Brooke Lopez at the cheap. You know what I mean?
just for that big aspect, you know.
Brooke Lopez is cheap anyway. You know what I'm saying? That ain't no big signing.
Just enough to fill bodies, bro. Because Kevin Love, he'll be gone. Freaking everything else we got that's past 6'9", 6'10" is pretty much bam, and that's it.
Yeah, we do need a big man though. That's for sure.
Yeah, bro. But yeah, D1.
Yo,
where Batman? He dropped off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
He's
man.
going
Hey,
in and out all day.
Hey, no, we were talking yesterday, man. I caught the tail end of the stuff with the guys and Stephen D, man. But what's your thoughts about, content creators that are up and coming right now with the national spotlight, like with Nicky Smokes, coming up in the last couple of months? Like, what do you think as far as him having the one-on-one exclusive with Tua?
I mean, I've seen Nicky's meteoric rise.
Can you guys hear me?
I hear you now.
Yeah, bro. I've been having connection issues. My bad, guys.
Yeah, I've
What's up,
seen
MC?
I've seen Nicky's rise.
What's good, y'all?
What's good? And oh shit,
What's up, young
MCJB,
bro?
what's good, man? Long time no speak.
I know, man. How you been?
I've been all right, man.
That's good. That's good.
But Nicky set himself up like motherfuckers gonna pull receipts. They're gonna pull receipts, and he got audited because of that interview. He got audited. So
Yeah, bro. I don't know what's going on, but from what I heard, yeah, a lot of people are like catching ill feelings towards him having the rise that he's having right now. Like, I don't know, man. I mean, do you feel like it's more of the messenger sending the message than the actual message itself? Like, because I mean, no one's having a problem with him talking to Tua, but if it was somebody else, but I mean, since it's him, I mean, is it an issue? Like, does it really have to be an issue?
because
Wait, who we talking about? I'm sorry,
because Nicky Smokes talked to Tua and he was saying what he was saying about Tua all last year all over Twitter. That's why, and people pulled the receipts. So don't act like this and talk like this to this guy when just 11 months ago, not even a year, just 11 months ago, you were advocating for a sexual predator.
Yeah, that's what Lewis was saying, I think, yesterday, wasn't it? If we're talking about the same guy, I think we're talking about.
Yeah.
I think
And
that's
again,
what
like,
Lewis was saying yesterday.
listen, I haven't said it yet on the platform yet, but I said it on Twitter multiple times. So listen, I've met the kid.
Yeah, what's your thoughts, Doc?
He's a good kid. I met him. He's come out of his way. He said hi to me a couple times when I was doing a show at the game. He's built a Twitter that is pretty funny. That is what he likes to do. And he's worked hard on that comedy aspect of Twitter, and I gotta give him credit to it. That's what he wants to do. I put myself in his shoes, and at his age, I think that's something I would have done. If I would have had a camera in front of me, I probably would have done something similar. I give him all the credit in the world. I'm happy that he got a job. But
it's not what he put on camera, bro. It's about what he was doing and tweeting throughout the whole thing. Like I can care less, about that he got a chance to meet Tua. He put himself in those circles. He did what he needed to do. He had a chance to interview Tua. But to speak of Tua like how he spoke of Tua, as if he's always been in his corner, is ridiculous. So I understand you trying to build your brand, build yourself on Twitter and on social media. So you got to do skits and stuff like that. But then that's just going to open you up for if something happens, people have receipts. That's all it is. And I doubt that this is going to bother him. It should have bothered him. You have a job with Barstool. Like, it is what it is.
Let me jump in here real quick because I'm the motherfucker that went on Stephen D's channel yesterday and called Nicky Smokes the fuck out. Nicky Smokes is a fucking fraud, and I'm tired of fucking people coming out here and making it seem like a motherfucker like me, and I'm only speaking for me right now. But let me be very clear: I'm never gonna be jealous of Nicky Smokes. I live a very comfortable life. I provide for my fucking family. But don't sit here and do a fucking interview with Tua talking about Tua when you're playing grab ass with him and saying, Tua, I've always believed in you. You've been the guy since day one. You've been the guy since day one. When we seen your motherfucking ass walk into Hard Rock Stadium wearing a Deshaun Watson jersey.
Exactly.
Don't be that motherfucker. So again, for the people that think that I'm trying to be jealous, I'm never going to be jealous of Nikki Smokes. I'm just here to say that Nikki Smokes, in my opinion, is a fucking
It's a
liar and
fraud.
a fraud.
Exactly. So he does shit. He was
It's
doing,
hypocrisy. Is what you call it.
no, I think he was doing it for the fans that were, because that was I mean, that topic dominated Dolphins community before Watson got signed to the Browns. It dominated the discussion in our community, and he went off of that. It's like I always, he sold his soul. He basically sold his soul for the attention and for the fame and what it could do for him. Even though he may not have even believed that about Watson, he still went and did it and put that content out for that side of the fan base to digest. So it's on him. It would be something I wouldn't have done. I would have kept it true. If you believe in the guy, you believe in the guy. Or when you did get to meet Tua, don't talk out your ass. Don't talk. Oh, I always believed in you. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You had countless videos of Deshaun Watson, Lamar Jackson, all this shit.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember him doing that.
Hey, Batman,
I think I was at that game too.
What's up,
I don't
Fred?
even know. I don't even
Batman.
know.
Who the hell is Nikki Smokes?
Damn.
Yeah, who the hell is Nikki Smokes, man?
It was a kid that he based his
Another
content off of
guy.
comedy.
He's a fraud. That's who he is. That's all
No,
you need to know. He's a fucking
did
fraud.
he did content like he opened up a YouTube, and because he had a successful comedy Twitter that people enjoy. He got a YouTube following, and he was on Stevens and TD, and basically the kid, like I said, he was, he was a nice kid in person, and basically he made a bet with Barstool's with Dave Portnoy on the Miami Heat and the Boston Celtics. He won a bet, so he got a job. So that's why I'm like, he is living the dream. Like, he's living the dream as people that want to do content creators. So like, that's why I'm not knocking what he's doing. But what happened was, over the weekend, Xavier Howard had a softball tournament, right? And a couple fans got lucky enough. Like, if you wanted to play, like, Xavier Howard picked, like, I think it was like 4 or 5 fans to come play in the tournament. And like Tua was in the tournament. A couple players were in the tournament. Like Jakeem Grant was in it.
Bro, I was happy as hell to see Jakeem Grant, bro. Even though I can't stand his non-catching ass, but I always respect him as a returner. We still have not replaced Jakeem Grant at return.
We're hoping Barrios could be that. We're hoping.
And you know, talk about another motherfucker look like Tyreek. There you go, Jakeem Grant, bro.
But the difference is Tyreek can catch. The difference is Tyreek can catch.
Was going to be Tyreek, bro. We all, oh my god, like, yo, we got our own little Tyreek and blah blah blah. Nah, nigga.
But he couldn't catch. He couldn't catch.
The only thing he's light.
So let me break down what happened though. So what happened, Fred, is in this tournament, before the softball game, whether it's before or after, basically Tua was in the locker room with Nikki. Nikki got an opportunity to interview Tua, and he did a live video. Or a video on Twitter, and basically he told Tua to his face in the interview, and this is a guy that supported Deshaun Watson. Like Lewis said, he had a Deshaun Watson jersey, didn't really believe in Tua, and he came out to Tua and flat out told Tua to his face that he was always been a number 1 supporter of you since day one, which is a lie. It's kind of like if Pete would come out and say that to Tua if he met Tua. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So he's flipping the script on him now. He's flipping the script on Tua now.
Exactly. Just because he had Tua in front of him. Just because he had Tua in front of him.
Okay.
Lewis and myself, that's why we feel the way we feel. Like, again, we have no hate for the kid. We're happy that he has a job doing something amazing. But he is being a little bit fraudulent, and going forward,
let me be very clear about it, Batman. And let me be very clear.
Hey, Lou. In other words, he's selling himself short to make money.
No, he sold his soul.
Yeah,
Hold
that's
on,
what
hold
that's
on,
what I mean.
Fred. Hold on, Fred, because let me be very clear, right? I don't care if you change opinion, but I think D1 said it best today, and I said the same shit yesterday. Just stand on what you said. Because, again, I was one of the ones the first 2 years, I was killing Tua too, right? And
Yeah.
I said I wanted Lamar Jackson, and I said I wanted Deshaun Watson. And the other night when people threw that shit in my face trying to say, oh, well, Lewis, you flip-flop, the difference between me and that guy like Nicky Smokes, I looked at Pete when I was on the panel, and I said, absolutely, I wanted them, right? But now going and reevaluating the tape last year of Tua, now it started to change me. Tua changed my mind, right? I have a different opinion on Tua. See, if I would have been doing that interview, if I was Nicky Smokes, I would have simply said, Tua, bro, I'm going to be honest. If I'm completely honest with you, I wasn't a believer, but you started to make a believer out of me. Good luck
Exactly.
moving forward,
Be
and
real.
continued success. You know what I'm saying? Be real. Don't sit
Yeah,
up
yeah,
there
yeah.
while you're pinching his ass, telling him how great he is, that you always had faith in him. Bro, that's a fraud.
That's a
You're
lie.
fraudulent.
That's
You
why
see what I'm
That's a
I
saying?
always
lie. Now Nicky went with the crowd. That was his Nicky Smokes went with the crowd because when he first started, he was a staunch Tua supporter. He loved Tua. But then once the Deshaun Watson stuff and Lamar Jackson can become available, he switched up and started doing content on, doing fucking videos with family with South Park in the background. Saying how he wants Watson over Tua.
Yeah. Okay.
And then to come face to face with the man, I've always been your number one supporter. You lying motherfucker.
So basically, man, like, look, you keep the shit 100 all the time, man. You know what I mean? I understand you try and make money, but keep the shit 100 all the time. I get what you guys are saying. Okay.
I'm tired of these fake ass motherfuckers getting these huge platforms. I tell you that.
You know what?
I wish I had the energy like I did years ago to do it.
Hey, the platforms, platforms gonna be cool, man. But I'm gonna always have my own take on things, man. You know what I mean? When I stand on something, man, I stand on it. If I'm wrong about something, I can be a man and acknowledge it.
Yeah, like how you gonna be wrong about the Bills this year in the Madden curse?
Oh, fuck the Bills, man. I ain't you know what I mean? Bills are going down, man. Bills are going down no matter what, man. It just seems like they're going through a little too much shit to hold anything at top of this division this year, man. Too much going on with them. That's my opinion. So other than that, man, how's the whole panel doing today, man? I forgot to ask.
Good,
I'm doing all right, man. How you doing, Mr. Fred?
I'm good, man. But we look like we're about to get a little fucking thunderstorm here in a couple minutes, man. Is it clear skies there, bro?
What, you up north, Fred?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm up north. I'm up north, man. As a matter of fact, I'm
right Jersey,
outside.
New York?
I'm right outside Pittsburgh right now, man.
Okay.
Little town called Natrona Heights. And sometimes, man, when I be on these panels, this fucking train keeps going by, man, disturbing the panel, man. I had to hurry up and mute my shit, man. You know what I mean? For y'all start cussing me out, man.
MC, when you dropping any new music for the Dolphins this year?
Yeah, I got one, Batman, with my boy Vince. Shout out to the homie. I got one.
MC,
Batman's played it a couple of times, but
hey, MC, not to cut you off for nothing, bro. Sorry for that, but I hear you say one time, man, that you were from Gainesville, Florida, bro.
Hell no! Who told you that?
Oh, that might have been. That must have been. I thought it was you, bro. My bad.
Hell no! I'm from let's go. I'm just kind of teasing around that. No, I'm not from Gainesville. I'm not even from Florida. I'm from the other state. I'm from Georgia.
Oh, okay. I'm totally wrong.
Hey, let's drop. We dropped it at the beginning of the show. Let me drop MC's newest track. Shout out to MCJB and Vince. It's called Run It Back. Let's drop it real quick for D1 and everybody in chat.
Drop it. Okay.
New season, let's go. New season, let's go. Y'all ready? Yeah.
My bad. Hang on. Shit is holding
That's
up.
it. New season, let's go. Y'all ready? Yeah. MCJB. Last year we was one and done, it's a new year, gonna be fun. Two a time, he be on the grind like the Florida sun, you know we gonna shine. Jalen Water go to catch the ball, then he break an ankle, make a plays fall. A-chain like the A-train, gonna run you over like a bang bang. Fins up, you know they put it on the show. 305 on Miami, the home. Other teams, they be talking that talk all day, we defended the rock. New year, we running it back. Super Bowl year, we bringing it back. Dolphin Nation, it's a new team, we got Fangio with the new scheme. Legion of Zoom in the 305. This year, we gonna be fast. Speaking the truth, I ain't telling no lie. Fins up till the day that I die. Every day I bleed aqua and orange, heating up like I'm feeling the lava. JB and I'm repping the Fins all day, cause we gonna win. Young Bucks got something to tell you. 7-2 was on top of the game. Cat Thomas, number 54, from the 305 to the Hall of Fame. New season, it's a new year. Mike McDaniel gonna win it all. Cheetah Man with the water, they so fast, it's time to ball.
And this is just the starter. You haven't met the fall. Unless you played the Dolphins, that means you lost it all. That means your time is off. That means you're falling off. That means you've met the winner. I call them to and fro. Some of y'all win it and some of y'all buzzing. But really this year, none of that means nothing. Ramsey with the pick and Howard mean mugging. On the pick 6, we got 7, you got nothing. On the bigger scale, we're the only undefeated team. We make records, y'all chasing dreams. You chasing us, there is no other team. I'm talking 72, there is no 73. I'm flowing with JB, I won't forget MC. That means the mic controller, they ain't controlling me. 2023, Fins gonna win it all. Like a running back, they're running back for y'all.
Last year we was one and done, it's a new year, gonna be fun. Two a time, he be on the grind like the Florida sun, you know we gonna shine. Jalen Water gonna catch the ball, then he breaking ankles, make a plays fall. A-chain like the A-train, gonna run you over like a bang bang. Years ago we was down bad, but this year we picking it up. Love my Fins and I love my team, right to that, it's Fins up. Last year we was one and done, but this year it's Super Bowl. Gonna make it and we gonna win it, cause that's the plan and that's the goal. Fins up to my life finish, said it proud cause I really meant it. Other teams ain't got the speed, but it's all good, we got the schemes. This year we going far, aqua orange painted on my car. Other teams better watch out, cause the Miami Dolphins gonna ball out. Yo!
That's a banger, ladies and gentlemen. That's a banger.
Yeah, that shit
Shout out
fire,
to MCJB and Vince for dropping the track for the year 2023, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to them.
Dropping the year yet. Fuck. I got something for the Bills this upcoming season. A track for the Bills.
That was nice, man. That was nice.
That shit fire, MC.
That was nice.
Hey, we gotta get a collab with MC and D1. We gotta do a collab, MC.
To, man. Yeah, come on. I'm ready for that.
I'm down.
I'm down for that too.
That was cool.
We're gonna be.
You ever seen my Patriot Bitch 95 video?
No.
You mind playing it? It's on my channel.
Yeah, you can't. Well, I can't do it from here because I'm on my phone. I'm at work.
Okay.
Yeah, if I was on my computer, yeah, but I'm at work.
Gotcha.
Didn't you show it on TFTG one time, D1? I think I've seen it before.
I don't know. Maybe it's another one. I got a bunch of Miami Dolphins.
Your music. It was like
Yeah, I got a bunch of Miami Dolphins music videos that I've made.
I saw something. It was like I think it was like animated or something like that. I was like, damn. I think it was animated. It was either that.
Hey,
it was either
MC,
I have different edits and stuff like that.
That's what it was cool, bro. Like I was
D1,
like,
you're going to MetLife, right? You're going to MetLife for sure, right?
Hell yeah, cause it's
So you're gonna meet MC and me up there in MetLife.
Oh,
okay.
JP. I'll be up there for the MetLife. I'm 50-50 on LA, but I'm 100% for MetLife takeover.
Yeah, we'll be out.
Hey, you know what? They need to change the Dolphins fight song to one of them, bro.
You said what, Fred? I'm sorry, I couldn't even hear you.
They need to change the Dolphins fight song, man, to one of them, bro.
Oh wait,
Oh
it's in the
God, they
works.
do.
It's
That
in the
cartoon.
works.
I
It's in the works.
love.
Yeah, man.
Don't get twisted. I love the tradition. I love the history of the Dolphins and that song, but it's too much. That
That
song
fight
reminds me of a
song, oh my
cartoon.
God, man.
That song reminds me of a cartoon
Miami's
jingle.
the Dolphins, the favorite football team.
That shit reminds me of a
It's
cartoon jingle.
that no one's ever seen.
They can use that on
You know what?
Cartoon
Don't do
Network.
that, bro. Don't do that, man. You gonna have me laughing. You gonna have me laughing.
You're
I
talking
hate
shit.
it, bro. I
Miami
hate it.
That shit can go on Cartoon Network.
Miami Dolphins, number one.
Listen, MC's working hard out here, bro. He got some great news the other day, and that's why we're trying to push this song because we're trying to get it in the right hands so we can, so
That's
more
what's
people
up.
can hear it. So more people can hear it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, did you heard? Oh yeah, you did hear about it. Never mind. I told you, do it. Man,
Yeah,
if
man.
we
Shout
don't
out to
get this,
Vince.
hold on, Batman, hold on. If we don't get Batman to 1,000 subscribers, like Q said, man, hit that like button, comment on the show, and please subscribe if you haven't done so. The Phinsaholics show is the best of the best. Let's go, man.
Appreciate it, man. And again, I haven't been doing too much, man. Like I said, I've been dealing with some family stuff. So, but I'm gonna try to do some more shows again before the season kicks off again. But yeah, I've been dealing with some stuff, but I appreciate everybody, though. I do appreciate
That's
everybody.
what's up, Batman. That's what's up, man.
This is
And
gonna
you
be the
know,
best show in the next year. Watch. I'm telling you right now, he's gonna take over. Batman 24-23 is gonna be all over Miami Dolphins content. Let's go. All right,
MC, you need to make a music video with that song.
It's in the works.
We working on it. We are working
Okay.
on it. I got a videographer. We're gonna go down week 1 to preseason game and get some clips.
Now, is that song mixed? Is that song?
JB, do it down there at that marina, man. If that dude say something to you, man, just slap him, bro.
I'm dead. I'm dead as fuck right now. What you say, D1 about the?
I said, was that mixed? Like,
Yeah, it's mixed and mastered.
Actually, I was gonna put it in. I got a box of them.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's a low quality because I had to put it in a with the picture with the image, and StreamYard it limits you from being able to because that's directly saved to my StreamYard. So
Okay.
and StreamYard it only lets you upload I think up to like 420 and his video with the audio I have to dumb the audio quality down.
Okay. Got it. Yeah, I might have something for the Bills. I got something for the Bills.
It better be dirty.
Like I like to do like I call myself like the Weird Al of this trash talking shit. So I'll do a song and I'm gonna do the same flow as the song that I'm using. It's just all gonna be about the Dolphins and football and dissing the other team. So I got something for the Bills to that 50s back down and talking about the ringless Jills. They have no history, never won nothing, never popped nothing. Jill, stop fronting.
Oh, he did it ready already.
Dean put you on, Diggs made you hot. Now it's time for y'all to shit or get off the pot. Like you know, just.
Hey, Mark said, let's hear your best for the Bills. That was Mark right there. He didn't hear it. Wow.
Well, I mean, you could go to my channel, Mark, and go to one I made for the Bills a few years ago. I got songs on the Bills.
What's up, Mark? How you doing?
We have some monster.
Like, bro, the Warriors are trading for fucking Chris Paul.
Yep.
Like, what?
You mean teams are still messing with Chris Paul, bro?
What?
Yep. You heard that right.
Well, that's crazy.
That's Chris Paul, man. 30, 37, 38.
Yeah. Like
Hey,
37, 38.
My Oos in the comment section. We were supposed to do that freestyle rap. Man, I was so mad about that shit. because he's a Steeler fan. We played the Steelers last. Oh my God, you
I
failed,
remember.
Lewis.
I
You
heard.
failed,
I
Lewis.
remember you guys were working on something.
Bro,
I
oh
remember.
my God, that could have. We have a couple of songs together, but it's not Dolphins related. But oh my God, if we had done that shit,
Get all the Bills
you
fan in their
don't
little panties.
understand, bro.
You know
You
all the
can rap.
Bills fans.
You
You see the Bills fans and they
you can fucking
bleeding
spit
in their
bars.
panties right now. You see how they bleeding in their panties in the comment section right now? Look at them Bills fans. Why
I
y'all
can't see the
menstruating
comment
already?
section, man. I can't see it, man.
Why are you menstruating already?
Hey, man, you
You're
know,
mad, man.
these
Bro,
Bills
y'all
fans
mad
are
and
shit,
cursed,
bro.
bro. Y'all might as well put money up. Y'all Bills fan in the comments saying y'all might as well put money on the Dolphins winning the division, bro. Your boys on the Madden cover. It's over for y'all, bro.
It is
It's
over
over.
for them, bro.
You're
It's
mad and
definitely
cursed. It's
over for
over.
them.
The Madden curse. What the hell is that?
The man, whoever's on the Josh
Oh,
Allen's
that
on the
shit. The
cover of
cover.
Madden.
Yeah. Okay. Now I know
Yeah,
what you're talking about.
Josh Allen's on the cover of
Certain
Madden.
shit.
Isn't it funny that Josh Allen was announced he was going to be on the cover, and then like a day after that, 2 days after that, the whole Diggs drama happened? Like how
I'm
it
dead.
just started automatically, like off rip.
Hey,
No.
hey, Batman. I
Yeah.
use this old broom, to sweep off the porch once in a while, bro. But when the season starts, go get a brand new broom when we sweep that Bills ass this year, bro.
Yep. We have to,
Give me a
man. We lost
brand
the
new
games. We
broom.
lost. We lost what? We lost by 3. Both games we
Yeah,
lost.
yeah,
And
man, yeah. And
I
you know,
always said
like
we were gonna go 3-1. 3. We were gonna go. We were gonna win. It was gonna be
2-1,
It was
right?
gonna be 2-1. Yeah, 2-1
yeah,
Yeah, I
for
remember
like the
that.
season. And
and Batman,
You
a
were
play
close,
here,
Batman. You were very close.
a play here, a fucked up call there, man. We would have won 2 of them games, man.
yeah, 100%.
Hey, yo, Q, it not only got Troy that year, but also Larry Fitzgerald was on that cover with Troy Polamalu, and the Madden curse got Larry Fitz also.
Oh, and I had the dual cover.
Yeah, it was that's been the only one where they had dual people on the cover, and they got both of them. Got Troy and Larry Fitz that year, because that was the year they won. It was the Cardinals Steelers Super Bowl.
What
Man,
they say?
I hate to change the subject real quick, but anybody got a PS5 up here? I'm trying to play someone in Madden and 2K. No, oh, no. I know you. I ain't gonna go there. My bad.
It's useless to play another Dolphin fan in Madden because we both gonna pick the Dolphins, and I hate it.
Right.
Yeah. And you know
Like
what?
I'm not playing with another goddamn team, so it's
Unless you're playing Pete. Unless you're playing Pete, and he picked Skylar Thompson.
yes,
Hey,
that's
Right.
because I wanted to
Skylar
kick
versus
Pete's
Teddy or
ass.
Skylar versus Tim or
No,
some shit.
y'all, hey, I played Peter Madden. It's on my channel. I had Tua, he had Jacoby Brissett, and I waxed him.
There you
That shit's
go.
on my channel.
hey,
I
hey,
waxed him. He
Yeah,
MC,
Lewis.
motherfuckers gonna play with Tua. I'm like, yo, you want Tua that much? You ain't gonna be like, I could beat you with Jacoby Brissett. I'm like, get the fuck, man.
MCJB, MCJB, just play Fred, man. Fred's a Bill fan. You can play him.
Damn, fam.
Fred,
Damn,
Fred,
Lou. Why you gotta do it like that?
Hey Lou, I'm about to sue your ass for slander, bro. You know what I'm saying? I am no way a Bills fans, bro. Come on with that now. Don't put that out there, Lou. That's
Damn,
false.
Lewis.
That's
Fred,
false
Fred,
You
advertising.
go,
Fred,
you
Fred,
on Bills fan.
Fred
That's crazy. Get him,
Fred would
Fred. Get
pick
him,
Josh
Lou.
Allen right now. Fred would trade Josh Allen to the
Hey,
Bill
don't
for the
believe that,
Dolphins.
guys. Hey guys, don't believe that. Don't believe that, man. The
Not as
Dolphins
well. You
buy
need to
out,
get that.
man.
You need to get that guy off the Madden cover off your team, bro. Because the Madden curse affects the player and or team. So you need to. I feel sorry for Bills. No, I don't feel sorry for Bills fan, but y'all finishing in the basement based off of your boy being in the Madden cover.
Hey, I got a boy who's a Bills fan, and he's feeling it, bro. You know what I'm saying? He going through it. He like, oh
Wow.
shit, man, what the fuck they doing? What the fuck is going? He's going through it, man. You know what I'm saying? He know they about to fall. He knows it.
They're eroding, bro. They're decomposing. I'm gonna keep saying it, bro. Like you're like the talent level in the division has caught up, and we've been drafting well, and they've been drafting bad, and just getting older by picking up, older free agents, veteran free agents to match their bad drafting over the last 2 to 3 years. Like you're getting older. That's what you don't want to do. That you don't want to get older in the NFL. And you're losing pieces. You're eroding, bro, right before our very eyes. It won't be long. Just watch. Y'all can laugh at Bills fans. Real Madden cursed up. But that makes no sense because the Dolphins haven't been on the Madden cover, so I'm not understanding. Money, that's still money to or sue their players to get money to get the game as they find employment office. Look at these. Why y'all? Bro, somebody get the motherfuckers some always with wings. Like anybody got a tampon for them?
Hey yo, do any of y'all believe that man coverage shit is bullshit or what, man? You know what I'm saying? Like
it's not bullshit.
You know,
It's not bullshit. Name your player on the Madden cover, and I can tell you what happened to them that year. Go and tell me who was on the Madden cover. And the first person that was supposed to be on the Madden cover was Barry Sanders, but then he retired. So it already started out as the Madden cover was a curse.
Yeah.
It even started that way because they used to just have John Madden on the cover until they started putting in players.
Yeah. And they put John Madden on the cover. He started getting
like
sick.
the only person, the only person to overcome that shit is Patrick Mahomes. And I remember when they announced it that Patrick Mahomes was going to be on the Madden cover. I'm like, brother, this right here is going to test his greatness. That's what I said that August when they say he's going to be on the Madden cover. That July, I'm like, that's going to test his greatness. Lo and behold, he wins the fucking Super Bowl.
BMCD said he can make a case, and then I think Q said Vince Young.
Yeah, Vince Young was benched after that Madden cover year.
Oh yeah,
Vince Young was in the Madden cover.
Fell off, man. He totally fell off, man. After that,
and that was due to the coach being an asshole, and also Vince Young, also some of his fault. Yes, I do want this. Like, why? Like, come up here and you named Madden cover people, and I'll tell you what happened.
Okay. Let me see somebody. All right, I think you may have already said it, man. Troy Polamalu.
Yep, got him. He got caught by it.
Shit, who else? Can't remember.
You got Michael Vick that was on it. Broke his leg a day later.
Madden 12 wasn't like Green Bay or something.
Damn.
In the week 1 preseason game.
That was Madden. Oh, that was 2004 MC. That was the most highest cheating player in history of Madden was that Michael Vick, bro.
I know, but that Michael Vick card Michael Vick was ridiculous.
Hey, was Brady on the cover? Ever on the cover?
Yes, he was, and he got Madden. He got Madden cursed.
What happened? What was like the very next year?
He was on it twice in the last 6 years. So the first time, I think that was the year they made it to the Super Bowl, but they lost to the Eagles. They let a backup quarterback beat them.
Oh yeah.
And then the year before that, Gronk was on there, and I think that's when he broke it, separated his shoulder, something surgery. And he only played 6 games that year. Sean Alexander was never rushed for 1,000 yards again once he got on the Madden cover, and you know how much of a beast he was.
Hi everyone.
Hey, what's up, man? Peyton Hillis was a fan vote. Was the first fan vote in Madden. Peyton Hillis, y'all remember Peyton Hillis from the Browns? That 1 year he went off and was never seen.
What was his name for the Browns?
Peyton Hillis.
It was it was like that running. He was a running back, the one that saved his kids.
Yeah. He was a fullback, as a matter of fact, wasn't he?
Yes, but then he would turn into a running back, fullback. He saved his kids. He almost died a couple months ago.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm. And also, who else was on the cover? Ray Lewis is on his cover. That was one of his worst seasons yet. I think he broke his elbow or something like that. That year, because he hardly ever missed games. That was like the first time in his career he missed games.
Okay, I'm guessing, but I'm guessing, but how about Mike Allstott? Was he on there, man?
No, he wasn't on the team.
Okay.
Good. I like it.
Hello?
Eddie George, of course, was on the cover. Was never the same again after that.
Vince Hawk show.
Of course, Odell was on the cover. After that,
and we all know what happened with that.
Well, he got injured the next year and missed like a bunch of games. Also,
I have to tell you this, bro.
my favorite, the Batman heard me say that my favorite Madden first year was when Favre retired with the Packers. So on that Madden year, he retired and they put him on the Madden cover as a Packer. But then we all know he signed with the Jets like 2 weeks before the season started, regular season started. So that year they made all the other copies after they put out the initial copies of Madden came out with Brett Favre in a Jet jersey. And the Jets did what they did that year. They had Brett Favre where they started off 8-3 and lost every game after that, and the Dolphins won the division. And then also that was the first year of Aaron Rodgers and the Packers, and Aaron Rodgers, the Packers' first year, didn't really do jack shit. He didn't become Aaron Rodgers until the next year. So either way, that the Madden curse got both teams.
I tell you this, Godfather, you got a hell of a memory, bro.
No, I did like a video on this a couple of years back on the Madden curse. Yes, Antonio Brown was on the Madden cover, and look what happened to him. Look what happened to him. What happened the year after that shit? Like ridiculous. Like I think Antonio Brown's most productive year. Well, his last productive year was the year before the Madden cover. After that, that's when he had the problems with with the Steelers and Big Ben, and then he got traded to the Raiders and all this other shit, and then out the league. So yeah, I mean, where's this guy that said he wants to argue me about this Madden curse? Because I'm slaying him. I mean, y'all can keep refreshing my memory of people on the Madden cover. McNair, I don't believe McNair was up there. I don't remember McNair being up there. I remember the year where they switched from like next gen, like from PS3 to PS4. Madden had 2 games. One was for like the previous gen, and one was for the next gen, which was the PS4. So they had 2 different Madden cover guys. On the PS3 version, they had Barry Sanders on the cover, and then on the PS4 version, once the PS4 came out, they had Adrian Peterson on the cover. And if you saw what both teams did that year and those players, it wasn't jack shit.
Right.
Like,
so you want to stay off that damn Madden cover, man.
You want to stay off the Madden cover. There's players that have turned down the Madden cover. I mean, people can be, some people are superstitious. Players are superstitious. There's players that turned down the Madden cover because they believed in the Madden curse.
Oh, you think so? Oh, people turned it down?
Yeah, people have turned it down. I remember the year that they had Richard Sherman on the cover. He initially turned it down because he wanted all of the Legion of Boom on the cover, and Madden didn't want to do that. So usually when you first start up Madden, the Madden cover guy has like an intro into the game. But that year you had the Legion of Boom as like talking as in the intro. So I guess that's how they compromised with Richard Sherman for him to be on the cover. And if you remember what the Seahawks did last year and what happened to Richard Sherman, you will realize they got fucking Madden cursed also.
Yeah.
So
then Richard Sherman was all over the league then, man. All over the league, man. This team, that team, this team, that team.
So it's like you don't want to be on the Madden cover. You don't get Madden cursed. It works. Like, I'm sorry. Like, there's only been one man to overcome it, and all that did was demonstrate how great he was going to be. And that's Patrick Mahomes when he was on it in 2020, when he won the Super Bowl. 2019. So
cool.
And now I know I'm missing a few more Madden cover guys because there are at least 23 to 24 of them.
Yeah.
But Josh Allen's on the cover this year. It's you're fucked. You're fucked. This is the worst year if you're a Bills fan. You want one of your players to be on the Madden cover because you're gonna fuck yourself. This is a Super Bowl or bust year. It's been a Super Bowl or bust the last 2 years, 2 to 3 years with the Bills, which I think is the worst place a team can be is Super Bowl or bust every year because every year you're gonna have to make more riskier moves to get you over the hump.
I'm gonna be looking for that this year too, man. When they fall on their face, man. I'm sorry. You should have stayed the fuck off that cover, man.
Exactly, bro. Madden curse. Hashtag Madden curse, bro. It's about to get them.
Yeah. Hey, Batman, look. I'm gonna cut out, man. I just want to let you know, man, I enjoy your show, bro. Any chance I get to, to bust it up with the panel, I'm looking forward to it, man. But I'm gonna get ready to cut out, man. And much love to all you guys, man. Keep doing what you're doing, Batman.
All right, bro. I'm about to head out too. All right, MGC.
All right,
Batman.
y'all be safe.
All right.
I'll be safe.
So, Batman. Oh, hey, what's going on? Uh-oh. It's your boy. Nah, I ain't gonna read that. I don't know if Batman ended it. But I just want to say shout out to the Phinsaholics show. Shout out to Batman 2423. Oh, there you go. I was trying to hold it down while you was out.
Mic check, mic check.
We hear you loud and clear.
What's up, Batman?
Yeah, I'm having disconnection. What's up, Cully? I'm having issues here at work.
Hey,
So
Color.
I had to correct a couple things I've been listening to throughout the stream. You know me. MCJB, there is a Gainesville, Georgia, too.
Yeah, I know. I'm like 2. Hold on. Grace. My bad. Yeah, I'm like 30, 35, 40 minutes away from Gainesville. So that Gainesville is near Lake Lanier, and I'm more in the city, more towards the city of Atlanta.
I see.
So I'm like
so
40. I feel like 45 minutes away.
you're
That's where
close
Deshaun
enough
Watson's from.
So you're close enough to Gainesville to be a Gators fan, then, is what you're saying?
I'm not. Take that back right now. You take that back
I
right
was
now.
I was given some ammo to shake money, man.
You can take that back.
Color, let's put MC on the spot because he gives me a hard time. He gives me a hard time about this Alabama team with Tua, right? And he claims that it's one of the greatest teams that he's ever seen. And I kept telling him that those 2000 Hurricanes, what they were.
I'm not gonna argue. The
Hang on.
2001 Miami Hurricanes is the best team that ever.
Oh, so you admit it? You admit it?
I do. No, we don't like. No, I. There's no going back to that. 10 Hall of Famers. Didn't y'all have like 10 Hall of Famers on defense?
Yeah.
Or like something like
pretty
that.
much.
So basically, that's the whole. Besides one person, that's the whole defense.
That team could have beat a lot of. That team could have beat a lot of NFL teams. That's how good that team was.
Yeah, I know. I'm not disagreeing with that. That's an accomplishment. I can't. I'm a Canes fan. I don't know what y'all talking about.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm just kidding. But no, I don't dislike the U.
No, I know you don't.
Go there for crying out loud.
No, I know. You were just saying Alabama was better than that team, than that UM team.
Yeah, I don't know what MCJB was drinking at that time, but it must have been something good.
He was drinking whatever the Ohio State referees were drinking.
Right, there you go.
They got done dirty by Ohio State. Those refs.
I don't even recognize that game. What game is it that you speak of, Batman?
I don't remember either. It's funny because like I didn't like college football, but I I had a friend. He was much younger than me, and his whole family went to the U, and he was like always about the UM's. So it was like softball, I think it was, and then he was always on the college football, and he was always talking about the U. And I remember watching these guys, and he was younger than me. He was younger than me by like 4 or 5 years, and we were watching the U, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, this team is ridiculous. This team is ridiculous.
Yep.
And how they produced running backs back then, oh my God, unheard of.
Yep. And quarterbacks with long tenured NFL careers, and some of them with 4 Super Bowl appearances.
Bernie Kosart and Testaverde, right?
Yeah, and Jim Kelly. But even
Jim
a
Kelly.
hurricane, I mean, even a hurricane can't overcome the debacle that is the Buffalo Bills, man. I mean, so I don't blame Kelly for that.
That's true.
But yeah, you had Testaverde, who was a solid quarterback in his NFL career. Kosar, definitely multiple AFC championship appearances.
Ken Dorsey came after, right? He was in the 2000s, or who? He was the quarterback in 2000s?
Yeah. Ken Dorsey was, I think, wasn't Ken Dorsey the quarterback the night of the Ohio State game?
Yeah, I think he was. I think it was Ken Dorsey.
But
my memory reminds
you had Testaverde was the one that got beat by, I want to say it was Testaverde that got beat by Penn State for the national championship when we got upset back in the 80s. That was a big upset. But that was a legit upset. They just beat our ass, man.
What college game was this?
Miami and Penn State back when Testaverde was our quarterback.
Oh.
And I just had, Batman, you know how it is, bro. You no matter how good your team is, no matter how much faith, there's those days where you're just like, I got a really bad feeling about this. I just have a feeling this team is going to beat us. And I felt that way all day, bro. Maybe it was
Ohio
me
State?
that caused the loss. No, Penn State back in the 80s.
Oh.
We were so going to roll them with Testaverde, dude. And they beat us, bro. And I just felt like they were going to do it all day, man. Something wasn't right about the day. And we really outclassed them, bro. It was not even close. We're talking about back then the disparity was big, dude, between number 1 and number 2 usually.
When you get a chance, MC, you should watch the documentary, the 30 for 30 about the youth.
But I think isn't Kosar the guy that lost to Flutie Flakes?
I think so. Doug Flutie.
Doug Flukie.
I remember Doug Flutie. I remember that.
Yeah, Doug Flukie.
Concrete said, drop the link. Give me 1 second, Concrete.
Concrete. I ain't
You
heard
want me to do it?
No, I got it. It's just harder for me, but I'm putting it now. My phone is burning hot. My phone's so hot that I've been taking turns putting it inside my cooler.
Do you use your Bluetooth, or do you go raw right on your phone's mic?
No, it's Bluetooth, so that's why it's overheating.
Yep. And even whenever you're in isolated and you're able to use your raw microphone in your phone, make sure you also turn off your Bluetooth chip if you're not using the Bluetooth, because StreamYard will still list it as a device and try to make contact with it over and over again, and it'll eat your battery down even if you're not using it. I've been trying to tell everybody that, but when they hear technical stuff, a lot of people go to sleep. So, but that's what will say. Not only that, Batman, but if you don't use your Bluetooth, your battery, if you turn the Bluetooth chip off, your StreamYard will not eat your battery like it does normally. It'll be like you'll have 3/4 more battery time.
Damn, I don't know that.
And it won't get your phone all hot. It'll still heat up your phone a little bit, but not a lot,
The thing is that the
Night
phone,
and day.
it's already hot inside this truck, so it's
Mhm.
already burning hot. Like if I put a bottle of water and I leave it on the bed where I put the mail in the truck for 5 minutes, the water's already hot.
Do you have any kind of like steel cabinet inside your truck?
Yeah.
Like a
The thing
steel
is that
surface? You could lay it on a steel surface or aluminum surface. It'll suck the heat out too.
the thing is that it's all
You
covered with rubber on top.
I was gonna say you got to take it out of your case to do that for that to work.
I put it in the cooler though. I put it
Oh
in the
my
cooler for
God,
5,
my
10
dog.
minutes.
That works. I mean, there was guys back when I was into overclocking PCs and all
She's
that. There used
horrible,
to be
dog.
guys that lived in Canada that would stick their computer out in the snow outside their window and like raise their CPU way up.
Oh, it's insane. This heat is insane today. Brutal.
Dad, I'm sorry, but you chose the wrong dog. This dog sucks. Yeah.
But all right, everybody. I'm gonna call it a show. You guys going live tonight, Color?
I'd imagine. Let me see. I don't know. Usually, if Shake's going, he would have already scheduled the show. So if it's scheduled, let me check. And of course, there's always the possibility of Capitan. He's trying to get back in the swing of things regularly at late night too. So I mean, it's Thursday night. There's stuff to talk about. There's new info on the Tyreek situation, I guess. Real info now, I guess.
Yep.
But I didn't want to drag that back up now, but I'm sure that'll be talked about. We still got to get this running back situation resolved, if we even do anything. I mean, you heard D1 earlier say he thinks pretty much the roster's set right now, and I don't disagree with that kind of sentiment.
Yeah.
And by this
And
time
even with
last
this
year,
Tyreek stuff,
Batman,
it's
we
not
were pretty
gonna.
set.
Yeah, we just gotta see what happens in training camp and after all the cuts, and we still gotta go through that before we.
There's
I don't.
Right, there's
Dalvin
too
Cook,
many
if
open
Dalvin Cook,
questions with what we got that we got to wait for
100%.
camp for. You know what I mean?
If Dalvin Cook doesn't happen, I don't think the Dolphins are gonna look for anybody else, at least until after camp and after maybe after preseason games.
Yeah, and if they're lingering around, a guy like Fournette, if he wants to play bad enough, might be like, hey, give me $2 million and let me come in. You know what I mean?
He would.
But
It's time for the Chiefs.
Batman.
Yeah.
I know you're not going to as much training camps as you did last year, but are you going to go to any training camps or no?
I saw the dates today, so the dates came out today.
Okay.
I'm gonna look them
he's
up and
not
see the
talking
days.
about. Wait a minute, Batman. He's not talking about Randy Couture's jiu-jitsu training camp down in Miami. He's not talking about that.
Dolphins training camp. I'm gonna look at the dates and see what I have as far as my days off, as far as what lands on what days, and then regardless, I'm gonna get like 4 tickets prior at least for every training camp, even if I can't go. And then I'll see which ones I can make, and then whoever could go to the others, I'll just give everybody the tickets for that.
Hey, do you know if he still has a camp down there? I thought he had one down in Miami for a little while, Randy Couture.
I'm not sure, and if it is, it's in Kendall.
Right, I know what's his name did Lawler. I know he's a Broward boy, ain't he? Robbie Lawler.
They have no idea. I know that they have the big UFC gym down south, but I've never
Robbie
been to it.
Lawler's the guy that cannot get knocked out, bro. Like seriously, he just cannot get knocked out. At least I've never seen it. But yeah, there's a bunch of them guys from down your way, bro. Believe it or not, man. Big time.
But all right, guys. I appreciate color everybody that came, MCJB,
All right,
everybody that came out today, man. Much love to everybody. Hit the like button. Just stay tuned, man. Nope, don't panic right now with this Tyreek stuff, man. Let's let the video come out. At the end of the day, the new NFLPA, like Marino's Gold said, it's gonna take 9 months, so we might not even get anything this year. So next off season, maybe we hear something. So everybody, just be patient. Have a blessed day, and fins up, everybody.